Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
Boxingvoice.com. We don't fight for rings and stuff like that. I don't fear anyone.
En este deporte no se viene a jugar y no le tengo miedo a nadie.
You don't come to play in this sport. I fear no one in this sport.
Does that mean that you will fight Triple G later this year?
Como lo dije en la pelea pasada, ahorita mismo me vuelvo a poner los guantes.
As I said in the last fight, right now I'll put on the gloves again.
¡Viva México!
Canelo wants to unify all the titles.
When did you realize, Andy, that you could take his power?
Because of the Mexican warrior that I am, I got that Mexican blood in me, so talking about the Mexican style, I just proved it.
Boxingvoice.com.
Ain't no other sight in the game to see the Boxing Voice.
What up, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to what's going to be a jam-packed edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. It is Thursday, which is normally Crow Day, but not really any big fights out there. We're in a bit of a slow period in boxing. We'll have two interviews. Damon Gonzalez of the NABA, as well as Troy Eisley, recently signed to James Prince and working out of that K Kimura gym. And we're going to be talking the biggest news in boxing. Mike Tyson, the king of the heavyweight division, coming off of his big win over Roy Jones Jr., has allowed Ryan Garcia onto his podcast to announce the Gervonta Davis fight. They had a live FaceTime with Tank. He called right in at a pivotal moment in the interview. And listen, this is only a snippet that they released, and it has the internet on fire. Yahoo Sports is talking about it. We're going to be talking about it. I know you're already talking about it, but Ryan and Tank on Hot Boxing with Mike, and Jeremy Pivens is the new co-host? I didn't even know that. Where have I been? But anyway, speaking of where people been, Enrique Church, Kaz Weezy, what up?
What up, though? Everybody here live? I'm live with y'all, man. I'm here for not only the Ryan news, but Anthony Joshua saying in 5 years he's going to retire. Does Tyson Fury retire him? Was the question that came up to my head. Gervonta Davis, Edgar Berlanga is always news for me. Those are the marquee names I like to watch. So what up, though?
Yo, what was that line like? Edgar Berlanga, Uganda.
Oh, Pedraza.
Yeah, they don't know boxing bars. Saturday, catch us. Listen, Tank and Garcia get into first they agree to fight in a heated exchange on the Mike Tyson podcast. Did you catch the clip of Tank and Mike Tyson? Well, rather, Ryan and Mike Tyson, and then Tank calls in on the FaceTime interview.
Yeah, I caught the little clip of it, man. And boxing is starting to give us little clips only, man. I'm not liking that.
Nah, I think they copying off of Joe Rogan, man. Joe Rogan clips. But let's get to the audio.
Yeah, Tank.
Oh my God.
I love you. This nigga talking mad shit over here, Tank. Look at this nigga, Tank.
2 rounds, baby. 2 rounds. 2 rounds. You're going to sleep.
He got dropped by somebody that came ahead.
Oh, don't worry. You can, hit me with that shot. You're going to need a Stairmaster, boy.
Yes.
Yo, Ryan was under pressure there. Hit me with that shot. You're going to need a Stairmaster, boy. Now, maybe a step stool because you short. But a Stairmaster, isn't that for exercise?
Yeah, that's for exercise. That's immediate thought I came up with.
Yo, that's like an endless set of stairs. He lost me with that one.
I thought he meant like you are too fat to face me. I don't know. I took it as like, yo, you need to lose weight. I don't think he had the words in his head to come back from that.
Yo, you know what though? The way you say it, damn, we need Kaz around here. That makes sense. Like he too fat, so he gonna need a Stairmaster just to get in shape. Is what you saying? That's what you saying.
That's what I'm saying. He needs to get in shape, is what he's saying. You know, you saw the Leo Santa Cruz fight when they made him look like, you know, what's Big Mama's sons, remember?
Oh, you mean when they stretched out his poster?
Yeah, he was like Hercules, right? So maybe that's what he was attacking. That was the thought came up. Because there's already a poster out with Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis, and Gervonta looking a little older. It's a gritty poster, so... You know, does that fight really happen this year?
Yo, look at Mike's face, though, how he laughing. I love that he held no back. He like, yo, Tank, man, this nigga talking shit, yo. No chill from Mike the OG, yo. No chill.
Yeah, but it's true, though. Ryan has been talking a lot of doo-doo.
Oh, yeah.
A lot.
Let me get back to this audio.
He got dropped by somebody that can't even hit.
Oh, don't worry. You can.
Yo, what you think about that? He said he got dropped by somebody that can't even hit.
I don't know, because Luke Campbell not put it on, but gave a good ass fight to Lomachenko, you know, and I just gave that much respect for Ryan at this knockout, and then understanding Francisco Fonseca, you know, where his background was. He got knocked out by Gervonta, but he had the experience of Tevin Farmer win and a Gervonta fight, so he knocked him out in the second round, or first round. So we can't base off of he got touched by somebody who can't hit. I think Ryan hits, and he's much more active than Gervonta. I'm not saying I'm gonna pick him, but I'm saying it's closer than a lot of people expect or thinking.
So why you ain't picking him?
I can't pick him just yet. I don't think they fighting in 2021.
Oh, call you the truth teller. Hold on.
Yeah, hit me with that shot. You're gonna need a Stairmaster, boy.
Yes. If I would have hit him, you know I would have killed him after that.
Hey, keyword.
Do you think that if Tank would have landed the same shot Campbell landed, he would have got the finish after that? Because that's basically what Tank's saying. It's just in a grittier way. He's saying he would have killed him after that. What you think?
Right. The picture that painted to me was, you know, when Mike Tyson hurt his fighter and he finished him, I thought of Gervonta finishing him. And that possibility is very high, like 98% that Gervonta would have attacked the man, Ryan Garcia.
Now, I mean, some people are like, yo, Tank never really fought at 135 for him to think that he could do that at 135.
Right,
like
and this is where I get...
His only fight was with, like, Gamboa at 35, who's what, 39?
And went 12 rounds.
With a busted Achilles.
Right? Did he? Oh, he went 12 rounds, right? With Gamboa, I don't remember.
Yeah, I mean, he got him out of there in the 12, but he lasted 12.
With a diminishing skill of Gamboa, with no power.
With a busted Achilles.
And a busted Achilles. But, you know, I don't take nothing away from it. The way I match Ryan Garcia with Gervonta is Ryan does hit hard, and Leo did land against Gervonta a lot, but, you know, Tank is Tank and ran him down. So the activity that Ryan Garcia has, I think, makes it a better fight for Ryan than Tank. Like, Tank can't take no time out or gas out, so he got to be focused.
All right, let's finish this little bit of audio.
Oh, keyword would've. If
Can the next fight be with this nigga, man? Talk to the world, Tank.
Yeah. He messed up again, though. He said keyword would've. I mean, if. Like, come on, Ryan, calm down. If you relax, you'll be able to digest and comprehend what people saying to you, and then be able to give a better response. You know what I'm saying? But how you gonna say keyword would've when you know the keyword he's using is if I would have hit him? You know what I'm saying, bro?
I don't look at that as nothing.
I mean, I do. He fumbling a lot.
Yo, he's by Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson sound like he on.
Yeah, but you might guess. You might guess. So why you getting excited? Like, you Mike's guess. Calm down.
Mike instigating.
Where the clothes you wearing? You the one in the 3-piece suit. Act like you got a 3-piece suit on.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
But Mike instigating though.
Of course, he giving you what you need. He giving you what you need. He promoting this fight.
Fight on nothing. Fight him next.
There it is.
You gotta fight all shit, the whole world, man.
It's set in stone now, baby.
Set in stone now. Do you think this is real, right? Because a lot of people, we've been getting callers, man, and they like, man, this shit ain't real. They ain't fighting each other, man. Tank ain't fighting him. Leonard Ellaby ain't fighting. Damn, Oscar don't get along with Floyd. Floyd ain't gonna be able to deal with Oscar. I mean, is this all a giant cat? Like, cause you even said this ain't happening in 2021. That's what you said, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying that because I think that it's still too soon for Ryan, based off of that touch that he got put down by Luke Campbell.
So you saying his handlers should be pumping the brakes instead of going full throttle?
I think they're using the Canelo Alvarez full throttle young man fighting the best of the world to get recognition. If they do fight, you know, Ryan has to not lose by KO. Ryan has to make it look good for himself. Gervonta wins, but Ryan gets recognition, moves on, and fights those other 135 pounders, you know, maybe even Lomachenko and all those other guys to collect the checks.
You think this is a smart move by Tank taking on Ryan?
I think so. I think, you know, the odds are on his side. Don't you agree?
Nah, I agree. I agree.
Think
This
that
the easiest big fight he can make.
I think that the popularity is there on both sides.
Yeah.
So it's a big money, but it's a risk, man, because if Ryan can get knocked out.
Yeah, but isn't it worth it at this level? You know, y'all both undefeated. Y'all both considered the future. Somebody got to lose, so is it a big deal if one loses?
Man. Yeah, it's a big deal if Ryan loses.
Wow.
By knockout early, by looking like he got dominated against. Maybe not. That's why I used the Canelo Mayweather reference. But he just cannot get knocked out. And the chin is already suspect, you know? He might be fast.
Damn, so wait a minute. For you,
right,
it's a suspect chin because he got dropped one time.
Well, he made a mistake and got dropped. Right.
So that makes it more suspect? I'm lost. If it was a mistake, that means if it's a mistake, it won't happen again if he don't make the mistake.
Kevin Cunningham probably calling what his errors are, what Ryan's flaws are. Kevin Ford, if that's his name, or Calvin Ford rather, is already pointing out Ryan's errors. Everyone's pointing out Ryan's error. So Reynoso and Ryan gotta make it look like that error has been corrected. So I feel that Ryan Garcia, his number is there, his button. They know where his button, what the feints are to do to trick him, man. He put his hands down for a jab and got caught and fell. So, yeah, Ryan Garcia is not ready to me.
Yeah, man. Well, we're going to have our first guest in about another 10 minutes. Damon Gonzalez, the president of the NABA, necessary regional sanctioning bodies on the way up for up-and-coming fighters. Need to get that ranking if you're not on that Tank and Ryan level. But, man, smart move by Oscar De La Hoya and Bernard Hopkins taking Ryan to the Hot Boxing with Mike podcast. So many viewers, so many eyeballs on Mike's podcast. I wonder, will we see more fights get announced on platforms like this?
I think Mike Tyson has established like a Paul Logan style, right? Is that his name, Paul Logan? A Logan Paul style podcast where you're all eyes on him, and if you don't watch boxing, you watch it now, like you dabble in it because of Logan Paul and his brother. You learn who Ryan Garcia is.
Yeah, man. Adjustments, though, man. That's what you're saying he needs to do?
Yes.
Or you think
and Reynoso knows that, and that's why I don't think they'll fight.
So you're saying Reynoso pulls the plug on this fight? You don't think Reynoso looks at it and say, yo, we going to get that tight in this training camp?
Of course. But, there's got to be a test. There's not next. Gervonta can't be next. Would you let Ryan fight Gervonta next?
I mean, for Eddie, he's like, well, Teo, he's proven. He beat Vasil. He went 12 rounds. He ain't get knocked down.
Right.
With Tank, he beat Pedraza. He beat Leo, but any of the top 5-4 would beat Leo, in my opinion, at 135. Ryan, Teo, Tank. I mean, am I missing someone? Even Campbell, fuck it. He beats Leo.
Loma
beats Teo. Teo too small.
Leo.
Leo moved up for that one fight. I want to see where he gonna fight at next time. After this, where he fighting at now? Now that he's back, is he still fighting at that 130? Because he was the smallest link. He was the weakest link. So I don't know how much credit I give him. And I'm thinking Reynoso's like, yo, but this dude's not even your size. He's not even a natural 135 pounder.
Right.
He's still at 130.
I compared Ryan with Leo when that Gervonta name kept being dropped. I think Ryan is as active as Leo, but hits harder. So Gervonta cannot get touched the way he got touched against Leo.
Exactly.
And that's why I kind of give the benefit of the doubt that this fight is closer than we imagine for Ryan.
Definitely, man. We seen Leo connect. We seen Leo land. And that's what we're interested in knowing, what happens when Ryan lands on Tank. But we got a super chat from Henry Brown who says, champs fight champs. And Ness, no running burpees. Yo, I don't like burpees, bruh. Don't do burpees. I
like burpees.
I did 30 minutes of jump rope though, and because I count everything, I realized my 30 minutes of jump rope are more effective in heart rate. My heart rate was at like a 165, and I burnt way more calories than when I run. So yeah, man, it's always good to keep the stats. I wasn't on the Stairmaster though. Yo, we got another super chat coming in. Let's see. Where'd that go? Here we go. LV Slugger. Ryan Garcia had that nervous energy. Hashtag he's not ready. Yeah, I agree. I gotta agree. There's none of debate there. I believe he had that nervous energy myself. That's why he was fumbling with the words and it wasn't really coming out the way that he expected. Francis the Praying Mantis. Yo, you up, man? You sleepy time?
Yo, Mad Bent 100 super chat saying Leo can't beat Campbell.
Ooh,
I said that.
I said that. I said that just now.
I don't know because Loma didn't have an easy night with Campbell.
Yeah, exactly why he's saying Leo Santa Cruz cannot beat Campble. He too small.
I thought he said Leo can beat Campbell.
All right. I'm gonna get to that. Let me see. We got Andre Dakota. Not happening in 2021. Ella be laughing at home. You can't send the A-side offer. I hear you, champ.
Yo.
Oh, he back. He alive.
And what's happening, y'all? What's happening to the people out there, man? Thank you to my Lord and Savior for another one. Church Ness, what's happening? How y'all doing?
What up, man? What up?
Good, man. Good. Sorry I'm late. Just coming from the gym. Getting some work in.
Hell, why you sound all tired and depressed? That sparring went that bad? It's like, yo, man,
tired, man. Sparring.
I'm coming from the gym, man. It's like, damn, that shit.
Putting in work, man. It's, just tired, man. I didn't even get to refuel yet. I just jumped on, you know what I'm saying, drum with the team. So we're here.
Talk about team player, no food. He said no nutrition, straight work.
Man, just some Gatorade, man. That's it. Water right here.
Sugars. Oh, no. Yo, we got Henry Brown with the super chat. He says, notice they ain't mentioning Stevenson. They scared. How could you be scared of a dude that's at 130, bruh? Let that man get a 35-pound fight. Let him get a 30-pound title. God damn, yo, the fandom for Stevens is growing. People got him on pound-for-pound list. People call him the best. He's supposed to take over the sport. He only got one belt, and it was a vacant. Yo, pump the brakes. Let's let my man be great. Sheesh. Eric Cruz. Go ahead. What you got?
I was gonna say, isn't Stevenson
a whole weight class down? Hell yeah.
So he has to come up. And I always wondered why he doesn't go up. There's bigger names in there than 130.
Why not stop at 30 and beat up Burchell and get that IBF. Like you in a promotional company that can get it done, that can get you those fights that you need. So
they could get him Oscar Valdez too, right?
Yeah. I think we got our first guest, Damon Gonzalez. What's going on, champ? Damon? Are you there? I don't hear you. I don't know if you got a good connection or not. Let us know. All right. Well, we're supposed to get Damon Gonzalez. He is the president of the NABA. It is a regional sanctioning body. Helps these fighters get where they need to go. And we wanted to kind of learn, but I don't know if he's able to connect with us right now.
Seems like he's there, but not getting any connection.
Yeah, definitely not getting any audio from him.
Yo, you know what? One question I have, because we always talk about how much we gotta pay when it goes pay-per-view, but we still technically pay when it goes free, what we call free, because it's on TV, and you still need cable TV paid for to watch a fight.
Definitely.
I want to know because movies, they put out the budget. They'll be like, yo, this cost $398 million.
Yeah.
And we pay, I think, $12 at the box office, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how much does it cost to make a fight?
I mean, millions though, right?
I mean, but is it like 300 million? Is it like 5 million?
Nah, yeah, it's in the 10s to 20s.
10s and 20s.
Yeah. You got purses get to the 10s and 20s.
Yeah,
right.
I understand that. That's why I'm like, damn, I wonder how much was the Wilder versus Tyson Fury fight.
That was a big production too. You got to think it was 2 broadcasters, so you got to think advertising dollars, which those advertisements were invaluable. They could not put a price on them, right? Like they promote for the Super Bowl or some weird shit, some expensive shit like that.
Yeah.
So you can't. You can't put a budget on that because you can't afford to do a Super Bowl commercial. Like, I mean, obviously some people can afford to do that, but like that's huge right there. So we just don't know how many dollars went into marketing. Then you got to consider flights, hotels, all that craziness. But
of course,
but we also don't even know what's set up.
People that got to do certain things to get it done, set up the ring.
No, but listen,
listen,
we also don't know what's sponsored, right? Like, why wouldn't the MGM say, yeah, I'll give you a 50 hotel room block, because by you announcing your fight here, it's gonna bring us 50,000 people. You understand? Right. So we don't know what they.
We get that. The real thing is, I know when they do a movie, they're like, all right, we spent 300 million, and 150 million, half the movie budget was in marketing. So no one's breaking down the boxing match, like the summary, the line items, like, yo, marketing will cost us $950,000.
Hey, Church, because there's just so much moving parts in boxing. It's so hard to keep track of all that.
It ain't that. That's what, because you're moving them. What I'm asking is, they just got to give us one number so that we could be like, oh, it makes sense to pay $79.99 for this fight.
Nah, they ain't. But why would they want you to make sense of it? Like,
well. So then you can't gripe about it when it's time to pay.
I mean, you always gonna gripe whether you know how much it costs to make a Barbie doll or not, right? Like the kids still gonna want it. But let me get to this super chat. Eric Cruz says Tank versus Ryan will be a much closer fight than their fans think. Both sides believe it will be a total domination by one side. Francis seems to believe Tank dominates. Ryan fans seem to think Ryan will dominate. It's pretty much like that. No one thinks it's a 50-50.
Ryan thinks he would knock him out.
Hello, fellas.
Damon, are you there?
I'm here. You see me?
All right. Yes, I see you. You figured it out, or you were just waiting for the right time to jump on?
I had to break glass, grab cell phone.
All right. So first and foremost, I want to go ahead and introduce you to our audience. This is Damon Gonzalez, the president of the NABA, and we just want to kind of have you educate us a little bit on when. Let's start there. When did the NABA start?
Okay, my brother. with all due respect, we are the NBA, like basketball.
NBA, shit. Sorry.
The National Boxing Association.
Okay.
That's who we are.
And when did you guys start?
This was an original organization and sanctioning that many, many years ago was once a sanctioned organization in the 20s. It started in 1921. And then it progressed into the 50s and 60s. It turned into the WBA. So what happened is the WBA governing body, they dropped the NBA. They decided to do away with it. So years went by later.
Any particular reason? Did they give a reason?
Can I interrupt for a second, sir? Can I interrupt for a second? Sorry. How you doing, Damon? This is Francis from Canada. Is it possible you could turn your phone sideways so we can get that full scope of...
Oh, no doubt.
There you go. Thank you so very much. Continue your question, Ness.
Yeah.
So back in 1984, Irv Alverson went to the WBA, and it appeared that there was no legal holding on the NBA, on the National Boxing Association, with the WBA, and that was Gilberto Mendoza's father. So Alverson incorporated. He got all the paperwork done. He lined up all his ducks, and he started the NBA, or rejuvenated the NBA, back in 1984. Okay, in 1992, a gentleman named Walter Butch Flansburgh took it over from Mr. Irvison because, he passed away. And he passed the torch to Butch Flansburgh. And Butch Flansburgh had it from 1992 to 2 years ago. And within his reign having it, what the NBA was doing is they were, trying to make a name for themselves. But, at the same time, there was boxers that were stepping up fighting for the NBA belt. Roy Jones in 2000, when he fought Telasco, he actually fought for the NBA belt that night. And he won the NBA belt, and Roy's recorded defending the NBA belt 7 times. Roberto Duran fought for the belt, and so did the late Hector Macho Camacho. I took it over 2 years ago.
How has the transition been for you, and why did you step in as president?
Well, the one thing that led me to do it is my love for the sport. I've been down. I'm from New York. I'm from the Bronx. I've been down with boxing, I can say, about 26 years now. I've been blessed. And 2 years ago, I decided I wanted to do something different, but at the same time, I'm doing it in a way that, it's a sport, it's a game that we know it's levels. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to establish the younger generation of the sport. We're trying to help these kids and recognize these kids. We're trying not to match up fights with, you're going to fight for a regional belt, but you're going to fight an Uber driver. You're going to fight a guy with a losing record. That's just not going to happen with our belt. What we're trying to do is just establish these young kids and teach them how to behave like a champion. And, because being a champion is not for everybody in the sport. We all know that, So that's kind of where we're at with the belt. And I've been very excited in the accomplishments that we've been doing in the past 2 years.
So what would you say the NABA's mission statement is?
The NBA mission statement, the National Boxing Association, is basically a younger sanctioning body that we are there to recognize the younger generation of the sport of boxing. We want to be able to recognize these young champions and help them grow and develop, because again, it's not for everybody. Right now, during this time, to be honest, and with all due respect, what we've been doing is we've been kind of laxing off a bit because of COVID-19. We're not trying to have these dudes, you got to defend, we got to pressure you, and you got to defend your belt. We're not doing any of that,
So I got a question.
Yes.
When you talk about, training these young fighters to understand, how to be a champion and whatnot, do you have specific, do you have classes, or do you have a specific program that they have to go through and complete in order to prove that they, have the qualities to be a champion?
Well, the one thing I do personally is we develop a strong relationship, not just with the fighter, but their camps. We develop a relationship with them, their team, their family. We get to know everybody in the circle. okay? Because we're about trying to really do the best we can to really give enough education to these kids and support them on their way up, because there's bigger, better things for them coming down the line. And this is an opportunity where they can learn how to establish themselves and say, okay, what's next for me? You know, what's the next big thing? I'm really ready for the next. So it's pretty exciting.
So Damon, are you guys affiliated with any of the major sanctioning bodies? And by winning your title, if I'm a fighter, do I get ranked in another sanctioning? How does winning the NBA title help my career as a fighter?
Well, the one thing I can tell you is that, you know, going up in the game myself, I have a very good relationship and friendship with Paco, the WBO, Ed Levine from the IBO, and Mauricio Suleiman. Okay, they're very good friends of mine, and we have conversations. We talk about our champions. We discuss our champions with the other sanctioning bodies, and we basically let them know, hey, this is who we have. This is what's going on. They're fighting for this belt. This is the date. This is the information. This is his record. You know, some of our champions have fought for NABFs, moving up in the ranks. Alfonso Lopez Jr. in Texas, before he lost to Zudo Ramirez, okay, he fought for the NABO with Paco and the NABF with the WBC. So again, it's all about relationships, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to establish the right relationships.
Speaking of relationships, do the NBA do they have any female champions?
Well, this is one of our major goals for 2021. We now have a ranking system. You can see our male and female ranking system in our website, which is www.nbaboxing.com. Okay, and you go in that website and you'll see who our champions are and who are these young ladies and young gentlemen that, you know, we're trying to recognize. We're looking at it and saying, hey, listen, there's an opportunity right in front of you, and this is what we offer. And we give the opportunities to these fighters, and we try to be very reasonable with making sure that all the ducks are lined up to make sure this is a successful goal for every individual and every athlete. The one thing we don't tolerate is we don't tolerate drug using. You know, fighters that are out there messing up and doping and trying to cut corners and do things like that. We don't tolerate that at all. You know, we communicate very directly with the ABC boxing commissions. And, you know, we have a good relationship with the ABC, and they know everything that we are doing. No different than the other sanctioning bodies.
So I'm on the website. How do I actually click on the female rankings?
When you look up to the top left, you're going to see sanctioning fees. You're going to see rankings. It's all up there on a link, a menu link.
Yeah, I see the male rankings. There's a link for the male.
Yeah, click down there and you'll see it.
Female. Let's see where you got my good friend Shadej at 168. Is she here? No. Oh, you got Alejandra Jimenez. I thought you don't tolerate drug cheats. What the? No, I'm joking. But what's up? How'd she get ranked? She didn't even have a fight yet after that fiasco.
We don't judge it by popularity. We judge it by, you know, giving everybody an opportunity, looking at them and saying, right now, this is what we position you at. And we see what happens, you know. We offer opportunities for the fighters. And again, at the end of the day, it's totally up to them. We're not in a position, and we don't do that. We don't put pressure on fighters, you know. We're just a sanctioning body that we're not trying to hand out candy bars. You know, we want everybody to read our bylaws and do it the right way. I want them to do it the right way because, guys, you know, with all due respect, real talk. I like the direction that this is headed, and I like what's going to happen in the next 15, 20 years. I really do.
You mean with the sanctioning body?
Yes, with the sanctioning
body.
What
do you envision 20 years from now?
I just that, you know, that we're on course to continue to do the right things in the sport. It's a sport that has a lot of politics, a lot of roller coaster rides, you know, a lot of changes, a lot of different things, you know. we can all agree to disagree on a lot of things that are happening. But at the end of the day, I'm learning as I go along. I'm very excited and very happy and humbled by how I'm trying to move forward with this, you know? And again, it's all about relationships. I'm trying to keep it real.
So, Mr. Gonzalez, do they have to contact you, the fighters, to be ranked, or do you rank them? How's it go? Because I don't see my good friend Shadasia Green ranked at 168 with the females.
Okay. What we ask is, like, for the camps, the coaches, usually we get an email, we get an information package from everybody that applies for ranking. We look at the fighters. We have a board. We have a governing board that we sit down, a secretary, president, chairman, and we all start looking at the rankings and the different people, and we position them, you know, and these rankings change every 3 months.
And you do mandates, right? You like, I don't know, eliminators or elimination bouts. Do you do that as well or no?
Well, as a younger sanctioning body, we're not prepared and structured to go to that level at this point. We're not.
Okay.
And it's fair to say that in a matter of time, we will be, and we're prepared to head that direction. We have everything in place, lined up, headed that direction, but we're just taking steps at it. And, you know, again, man, you know, I just love the reaction from the boxing commissions all over the place. We've done fights in Texas, and we've done fights in New York and in Philly, all over the place, here in Florida. And it's been humbling. We actually did a fight in Kazakhstan last year.
Wow.
And that went well. We did one in Kazakhstan, and we did another one in Ireland. So, you know, we've been very successful in this short term.
So just sticking with that 168 and this hypothetical scenario, Green's team contacts you and say, hey, we want to be ranked at 168. I see it. So Shadasia Green's team contacts you, say, look, we're fighting. We're the international WBC champion. We're undefeated. We want to be ranked in your sanctioning body and have a fight against Alejandra Jimenez for the title. How does that work next? Does she have to accept? Do you just call? Is that something the promoters has to do?
Right. That's something that she would have to sit down with her team and her promoter and contact us, let us know what their goals and their vision and their decisions are. And then we'll move forward to make the proper calls and the proper meetings to set up to make whatever fights that need to be made in this sport, because that's what it's all about. It's all about making champions.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. I love it. So I just wanted to ask another question, actually.
Yes.
Is it a voting process that you go through when somebody's looking to become the NBA champion? You said you have a board that makes decisions. Do you do it by voting, or does the last decision end up with you? You make the final decisions. Everybody.
Well, we have a person that does all the rankings, and that person's well experienced in the sport. That person is a very good individual that knows the sport of boxing, and we're trying to keep it very basic. We're trying to keep it basic that it makes sense. You know what I mean? We're not going to put individuals and athletes that have bad records on our rankings because it doesn't make sense. We want them to make decisions in their own personal life, to start making the right decisions, to win some fights, and start proving to themselves that they can make it to the next levels in the sport. But that's totally up to the athletes, you know? So we're very careful with that. You know, that's what it's all about, relationships. We want to make sure that we identify the issues of every single fighter. We have done events that our champions have come here in Tampa. We went to the Children's Cancer Center here in Tampa. We donated money to the kids. They've given out stuffed animals, the champions, and supported these kids. We've done turkey drives in the projects. We took the champions and we gave out turkeys for free in the projects. Just, you know, you can't, I believe, you know, and I learned that from my brothers, you know, the WBC, the WBO, you can't keep it if you don't give it away, you know, and that's something that's important to me. That's very important. It's not just in the ring, it's outside the ring. We also did 3 years with Sugarbird organization, and we've done championship medals with the youth, with the younger generation coming up, because they're the future of the sport. So we're just trying to line up our ducks. We have stuff coming.
So you had NABA medals for amateur tournaments?
Yes, I could show you one real quick. We had NBA amateur tournament medals. These are them right here.
Oh my God, I keep saying NABA.
Yeah, you just
keep doing it. Yeah, it's NBA, man.
Bro, I done said that like 4 times, man. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness.
That was our medal with the Sugarbird organization. And I'll tell you what, listen, it's all about the kids, man.
That's nice.
It's all about the younger generation, man. We were blessed. Last year, we got put in Ring Magazine last year, the NBA, So, these are things that are lining up and happening that I'm just very humble, guys, man. I'm very, very humble. Last time I saw you guys, I was working a fight in LA. You guys had a booth outside the arena. I'm trying to remember which fight that was.
That was Gennady Golovkin and Vanez Martirosyan.
Right, that's right.
Yeah. We were part of the live entertainment with I think it was Hennessy that time.
Yes, it was Hennessy. That was a minute, right?
Yeah. That's I guess when Gennady was still feared, maybe. Yeah. So I guess, how do you get all this done? Because you're saying like you do these turkey drives and you're following in the footsteps of the bigger sanctioning bodies, but obviously those sanctioning bodies have a substantial amount of sanctioning fees to keep their day-to-day operations going. How could you mimic the bigger ones if you haven't necessarily gotten those bigger name fighters and those bigger sanctioning fees ultimately, right? Like it's not, I don't know, you answer the rest, I guess.
Well, it has to start somewhere, and that's where we're at. We're humbled with where we're at now, and bigger and better things are going to happen, and we know that. We have a lot of things lined up. Last year has been just such a long year. COVID-19, when that kicked off, I was on an airplane headed to Madison Square Garden, and they canceled that fight that night, and I was in the air. That's how I found out. That was crazy. That's when Shakur was going to fight in the Garden that night. And I'll tell you, like I said, it's just been a busy year. Last year, I was inducted in the Florida Boxing Hall of Fame. I'm blessed about that. I'm very happy about all these opportunities that are happening. And that's what it's all about. And if you guys know this or not, I run Latin Box Sports. That's my media outfit. I've been with Latin Box Sports for 25 years now.
Definitely. So a lot of the fighters that I'm familiar with are obviously ranked in your sanctioning body. You got welterweight Jaro Calderon, 23-0.
From Miami, yes.
You got Dylan Price from up this way. He's actually from D-Boys Boxing Club in Cherry Hill, 11-0, formerly with TMT Promotions. You got our new good friend, Michael Williams Jr., and he's a champion in your sanctioning body. So also my other friend, man, oh my God, is it an Italian last name? I think is
Who that?
Cusimano Giuseppe?
Joey Cusimano.
Yeah. Yeah.
Joey's a good guy, and let me tell you, when we went up there to sanction Joey's fight, the guy sitting next to me, I guess was a relative or family member. We were having dinner, and he's telling me, "I'd like to thank you for giving Joey this opportunity," and we were like so happy to be there. And this John Gotti Jr. sitting right next to me. And I didn't know he was kind of like really close. Him and Joey are very close friends.
Oh, wow.
So that kind of made me nervous meeting Gotti that way, but it was pretty interesting. He's a great, wonderful guy, man. He just got down with that Tyson Jones undercard. He won by knockout that night. He fought on that card.
So let me ask you, your officials, how do you go about hiring your officials? Yeah, I guess, how do you go about hiring your officials? Your referees, or do you outsource for referees and judges?
We outsource. What we do is I communicate and I talk to a lot of friends. I talk to Gary Rosado. I talk to Jack Reese, and they recommend guys to us. And we're very, open-minded in making sure that somebody. And so far, we've been lucky, man. The refs have been doing their job, and they come to do a job. And we've been very, very blessed at this point.
Beautiful. Anything else you got, Francis?
No, I'm actually super excited to see where they're headed and the process for 2021. All the new champions that they're looking to build up and teach how to be champions and how to be good pros. I'm excited, man. Excited.
Yeah. So, Mr. Gonzalez, if you want to give out any information where maybe fighters or managers can contact you to appropriately, help their fighters out, do so. And I want to thank you, obviously, for coming on and educating us a bit. We'd like to get you back on and, further the conversation. And yeah, man, just keep doing what you're doing. Obviously, you're helping a bunch of fighters move along not only the rankings but upwards in their career, right? The trajectory.
Absolutely.
Like you said about giving back, it's got to start somewhere, and it's the same thing with being ranked and collecting titles, man. You got to start somewhere. Right. I just wanted to give a little bit of light on what it is that you're doing, man.
Definitely. I want to give a shout out to my boys in London, Empire Pro Tape. Empire Pro Tape, they've been really back in the NBA, and they really support a lot of our fighters. They send tape to our fighters, help them out in their training camps, and help them out with enough equipment for fight night. So really, that's great when different organizations in the sport get together and say, yeah, let's do this for that kid, man. Let's do this for that young lady. That's dope, man. It's nothing more great than that. And I'm just happy to be a part of it.
All right. When's Ulysses' next fight?
Ulysses right now, I'm actually going to see his coach on Saturday, and I'm going to sit down with him and have a talk about his title defense. However, the word in the street, he might stay bare knuckle, man. Oh. That's what I'm hearing. That's like he likes that bare knuckle, boy. Because he's one of them kids that, he like to throw joints. Mm-hmm. He just grew up like that. And that's the kind of guy he is. And not every athlete in this sport has that kind of bread, So we'll see what happens with him, man. But he's such a great dude, man. He's such a great guy. And we're so blessed to have him as our champion.
Yeah, he's got a unique style, man. If he could get the right exposure, it would be good for him. But, yeah, man. Happy to see you that you're doing what you're doing. Who's the Kazakhstanian that you have that just fought for your title on Ring City TV?
The Kazakhstanian on Ring City?
Yeah, it was on the NBC card. Okay,
the one fighter is Momanov. He's in California now.
He's an Egis Klimas fighter.
He's with Clevis. His last fight was actually in the top-ranked bubble. He beat the kid by decision. And again, like I mentioned earlier, and it's kind of cool that we took this approach. We're not in any position to sit with any of our fighters and say, yo, you got to fight right now. Oh, you got to fight. No, man, this is some crazy times in our country. And we know, look, you can't even see fights in New York right now. So at the end of the day, we're being very patient with all our champions. And we're like, guys, you get a fight. It's cool. Don't worry about it. You don't have to defend at this moment. You know what I mean? We're just trying to be very flexible at the moment. But we all know, later on down the line is back to getting things right on course.
Yeah, we got
it was oh my God, what is it? Mazdiav Ashkiev? That he fought Conwell. He was the champion. He was the NBA champion. So is Conwell now the champion?
I'm sorry?
Did Conwell win the title?
No, because the title wasn't up for defense that night.
Oh.
It wasn't up for defense, no.
Why? Because the opponent has to agree to fight for it? Why wouldn't he defend his title?
That's because both camps decided that the other opponent didn't want to fight for the NBA belt. So, you know, from my understanding, we just have to just move forward into the next fight.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
So now with the loss, does he remain a champion?
I'm sorry?
Since Conwell beat him, does he get stripped of the belt because he suffered a loss regardless?
There's no why we should strip a fighter from the belt if the belt wasn't fought for. You know, he still remains.
He lost. He lost. You can't be a champ if you lost.
That's not necessarily the truth. Right now with the bodies, and they all do it.
No, I hear you. I mean, yeah.
You know?
Damn.
Again, it's
I'm
such
gonna
a
have to talk to Conwell, man. I'm gonna talk to Charles Conwell. Why didn't he fight for that belt?
Hey, look, man, we all would like every fighter to just look the way it is. You got to defend it. You got to do what you got to do, and we will all like that. We would definitely like to see that.
I'm more like, why wouldn't Charles Conwell, like 14-0 fighter, why wouldn't he want that strap along the way?
Right. That's something I guess you got to ask him.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna ask him.
Good dude, and again, you know, we're very humbled in what's happening, and you know, we're not in a position to make mandatories at this moment. You know, we're just building. So
one last one came in from the people. JC says, how do you feel about franchise belts?
You know, I'll tell you what, again, everybody has their way of structuring what they do with their organizations. I know that we have our way, and how we do our way is, you know, we don't have gold belts and franchise belts and any of those things. Not saying that we won't one day, but at this moment we're not doing that. Yeah. You know, we're just keeping it simple, and you know, we're trying to establish ourselves in this sport and make as much relationships as possible to again make champions and make these fighters really realize that this is the beginning of something better to come.
Definitely. Well, Mr. Gonzalez, man, I want to thank you obviously for coming on the program, talking a little bit of boxing with us. And you got something?
No, I said absolutely. Very, very, very good information. Thank you so very much for coming by.
Yeah,
appreciate it much.
Yeah, we look forward to getting you back on, man. We look forward to getting you back on. You have a lot of champions that frequent our program, a lot of upcoming fighters, and we appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you. And guys, I gotta say this. I don't think Tank Davis is gonna fight Ryan Garcia.
Why not?
I'll tell you why. It's not a sense that the fight won't be made. It's more the sense that the money won't be made. Garcia will not agree to the money. Remember me saying this. Bring me back when this happens.
Yeah.
But just my opinion.
I hear you. It sounds like a possibility without a doubt. When it's a big fight like that, we're talking a lot of money, pay-per-view splits. So we shall see, man.
Sir, can I ask a quick question? I got a quick one. I just want to throw. This one's coming fast down the middle, okay?
Let's do it.
320. All right. I got 5 names I'm going to throw at you. I want you to give me your generational talent, okay? Gervonta Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson.
Who I think's the number one? Is that your question?
Yes. Who would be your generational talent? Who would be your Floyd Mayweather of that group of names I just gave you?
I'm going to be totally honest with you. As a media contractor for 4 years with Telemundo, with All Star Boxing, from the second pro fight to, let's say, the fight with Richard Comey, I would say Teofimo Lopez. And the reason why I say that, because I've been to every single fight that kid has had, ringside, either shooting photography or just writing. I've been there. And I watched him grow. And when you're able to, I guess, see a fighter that close and say back then, you know, yo, this kid's gonna be, he's gonna be real. He's gonna be special. And it's what's prospered. It's what's developed. And I really, really like what's happening in his career right now. I really do. I think it's gonna get more scarier.
Nice. So you're okay with him wanting to, at some point, try to unify with the winner of Ramirez versus Josh Taylor? I would assume that you would pick Teo on that one.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. Ness, it's on you.
No, Mr. Gonzalez, man, that's it, man. Just thank you once again. And like I said, give out any social media. Give out Latin Box. I know you have a podcast as well. Let them know where to catch it. And what do you discuss on your podcast so that they know?
All right, I have a podcast on YouTube. It's on the Latin Box Sports. It's called the Slip Punches Show. Slip Punches Show. We have everybody come on. We had Eddie Hearns come on. We had Michaela Meyer. We had amateur fighters. We just bring we had cut men on. We had coaches on. We bring everybody. We bring the whole family on. Soon we're gonna bring fans on. You know, we just want to reach out to everybody and keep this community of boxing going, because again, you know, the boxing is a great sport that we all love. The NBA, you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook at NBA Boxing. Again, the Slip Punches Show is on YouTube on the Latin Box Sports. You can subscribe. And guys, man, I'm really humbled by this opportunity of coming on your show, man. I appreciate you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Gonzalez.
We appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming on and just shedding some light. You know, sanctioning bodies get a bad rap. I get Mauricio on. I had him on Sunday. I have Ed Levine on all the time. I would get Paco if he was more accessible. But, yeah, man, I just want to give you guys an opportunity and a platform to give your side of the story, right? People have a misconception that sanctioning bodies are all about money and belts and creating more belts for more money. So I wanted to start with a grassroots one, just showing what it is that you're doing regionally.
Thank you so much.
No problem. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Damon Gonzalez of NBA. I got it. Catch you on the next one. All right. Francis, man. What's up, brother? You jumped on late. Obviously, the Ryan Garcia Tank Davis fight was announced on the Mike Tyson podcast, bro. Yeah. That was a little bit of a shock. I like that move, man. I hope Mike allows more people to announce their fight on his show.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to see it, but in terms of watch it, but I seen it was posted up that he had an interview there. Yeah, Mike's gonna try to do his promoting. I remember last time he had a conversation with Gervonta on the phone. He kind of told him that you're the boss, you're in charge of your career and what you got to do. So I'm not surprised that Ryan got with Mike and Mike made that phone call. It's Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, it still comes down to the promoters and then making a deal. So I guess you would say that's a step in the direction of getting the fight, but. Yeah, you know Mike is not no promoter.
I mean, he doing a good enough job promoting, man. Dazn, they retweeted it. They have 1,700 hearts, 514 retweets of the little clip that we played for you guys, and that clip has 133,000 views already. And the podcast isn't out. That's just the clip. That's just the teaser they use to get us all excited of what's to come. You know, right. Well played. Well played, man. Shout out to B-Hop. B-Hop was in the building. You could tell, or you want to assume he set that up for Ryan. You know, you want to assume his connection with Mike set that up and brought Ryan to a place where he can sit down with the Hot Boxing with Mike podcast and really touch millions of people in one sit down.
So that's awesome, man.
But do you believe this fight is real now, or you think it's still cap? You think this is just Golden Boy and Ryan trying their best to smoke out Gervonta Tank Davis?
Absolutely.
So it's not real.
They're doing everything they possibly. Listen, let me tell you something. Tank wants to fight, but that's why you have a team. You have a team that make decisions to make sure that you make the right decisions successfully. So they're gonna make sure that everything is all the T's, you know what I'm saying, are crossed and all the I's are dotted. But like I said, I like the fact that Golden Boy's doing everything they can to do in social media, wherever they can, to try to, you know, put the pressure on the money team to try to make this fight happen. But at the end of the day, you know, you don't send an offer to the A side. The A side sends the offer to you. So
yeah, but that's what I was saying. Like, even when Damon said that, like, yo, he's not gonna agree to the money, but from everything Tank is saying, the money's already agreed to. The money is there. He said, you know, the money's there, so shut up and get ready. So it's like they've already agreed. Maybe.
You remember, you still have to deal with the egos of Floyd and Oscar. It would have to come down to Eric Gomez and Leonard Ellaby to make this deal happen, because if it's up to Floyd and Oscar, you know, I'm gonna leave it there. You know, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna go back and forth about who needs more, who don't need more. So that's my whole take on it. But like I said, man, this right here, Ryan is letting everybody know. Millions of people know that I want Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? It's up to Tank and his team to make the right moves and make that happen. I'm excited, man. I'm excited because big things ahead for the sport of boxing. Shout out to Devin Haney as well, too, man. He was on a podcast that gets millions of views as well to get himself out there. Somebody had just mentioned it the other day, $1 million worth of game with Gillett King and
Well, I never heard of that podcast, Keeping It G. It just ain't got.
It's part of Bristol Radio.
It ain't banging the same way. Let's just stop. It ain't Mike Tyson. Let's just stop. I never heard of that dude.
You cut me off.
I never heard of that dude.
Yeah, because remember, you only pay attention to boxing, so it's Mike Tyson, so you're gonna pay attention to Mike Tyson.
but it's about Paul, Logan, and them. They not Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? Joe Rogan not Mike Tyson. It's about your crossover, your reach. I don't know that this podcast that you talking about, $1 Million Man.
You gotta go do your research and find out.
But that's what I'm saying. If I'm doing my research, that means it ain't reached me, right?
But Ness, you gotta remember something. You're missing the point. The point is the reason why you even know about hot boxing because of Mike Tyson, brother.
All right. And I'm gonna concede to that. Now I want you to concede to something.
What's up?
You telling me that this podcast he was on is popular, right? Cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna agree. World, I'm gonna agree to that. But
make sure you understand the information.
But my argument or my debate is this: I follow every boxer, right? Mm-hmm. Every boxer. All the fighters I follow, they not into what I'm into, so they would put me on to this $1 million bait. What you call them? $1 million boxing?
Worth a game.
$1 million worth of game. Why no Earl reposted that? No Gervonta. Not the interview. Just any episode ever. Why nobody ever put me on? Like, why Deontay Wilder never? Oh shit! Look at $1 Million Baby. How dope this episode was. What about Earl? What about Crawford? Like nobody. It never came on my timeline.
I'm gonna explain to you why.
It never was on my timeline.
The conversations that they have has nothing to do with boxing. So why would a boxer retweet something that ain't got nothing to do? Like Mike Tyson is enough.
Hold on. Hold on a second. Listen to what you're saying though. Now you're saying that a boxer is only interested in boxing?
Let me give you an example. Can I give you an example? We look at somebody like Sway. We've seen Terrence Crawford. We've seen Deontay Wilder. We've seen Ben on Sway, right? The Sway deals with boxing. But outside of that, those guys are not retweeting Sway when he's doing his normal thing. They'll retweet when a boxer comes through, for sure. They're going to show love. You know what I'm saying? So for a young champ like Devin Haney to put himself in the place of being with the streets, because that podcast kind of represents the streets, so to speak, in terms of the industry of the music. Music and sports go hand in hand. They themselves as a podcast is crossing over into the sports world now. Do you understand? By getting in the young champs and one or two people here and there. They really didn't have guests and stuff like that on the show. They just did what they did on the music industry.
So basically, they not as big as y'all making them out to say. If they never had guests, they not drink champs.
It's and just like Joe Budden's podcast.
And that's what I'm trying to say. Guests, and that's what I'm trying to say. Joe Budden's
podcast is huge.
But he made it to my timeline. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, and I'm not the end all be all. I'm not saying, it made it to Ness timeline, so that means that shit is popping. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is I can show you that for the past 5 years, my iPhone tells me I'm on my phone at least 8 to 12 hours a day. 8 to 12 hours a day. I never heard of them motherfuckers, man. That's all I'm gonna say, man. I listen to Joe Buttons, right? And that ain't something I listen to, but what I mean is it made it to my timeline. Joe Buttons made it to my timeline.
Can I ask you a question? What of Joe Buttons made it to your timeline? If you don't mind me.
I'll tell you. Remember that shit where he was like, man, I ain't interviewing the motherfucker, and walked off.
But that wasn't Joe Budden podcast, bro.
That was Everyday Struggle, and from there it turned into the podcast. What you talking about?
So drama is what brought you to Joe Budden.
No. Everyday Struggle. Everyday Struggle. Listen, yeah. Everyday Struggle brought me to Joe. Cause if you listen to me 7 years ago, you know, cause dudes would be like, yo, Ness, you from Jersey? Joe Budden. Man, I don't even listen to that motherfucker. Like Joe was out here chasing dudes and white boys in the street with holes in his shirt. I wasn't trying to rep Joe and say he from Jersey. Fuck out. He was looking like a bum. Until he got with Sin Santana, Joe was looking bad. Until he got that fucking podcast and on Love and Hip Hop, Joe was looking bad. But then Joe blew up. And Joe made it to all our timeline is all I'm saying. And again, I'm not saying that just because I don't know this podcast, they not popping. They just ain't Mike Tyson. And they damn sure ain't Joe Rogan. And they might not even be fucking Joe Buttons. Let's not forget Joe Buttons got a Spotify. Hold on. Let's not forget Joe Buttons got a huge Spotify deal. He don't even put his show on iTunes. So let's not sleep. That's all I'm saying.
No, you sleeping on the podcast though, man. But that's okay. Eventually they'll make it to your timeline. But they doing big things out there. Shout out to them, man. They doing big things. Were we going to the phone?
Who are they again?
You funny.
No, for real.
You funny.
No, for real. What's that?
It's Gilly King from
Philly. The rapper. The dude that be like in love with Tank.
Yeah.
Okay. So it is boxing then.
Hold on.
So it is boxing then, because that dude stay on live talking to Gary, talking to Tank, talking about boxing. No. Gilly the Kid.
Gilly the King?
Gilly the Kid don't talk boxing on a fucking regular. He don't just go live on his IG and talk boxing. He don't just be next to Cool Boy Steph be like, yo, talking boxing. Come on, he made it to my timeline. Don't lie.
Made it to your timeline, but the show didn't though.
But the show didn't. The show didn't. His lives in front of Tank, his lives in front of Gary, his lives at Cool Boy Steph's crab shop.
Steph, I can see it. Maybe Danny, because he loves Danny Garcia, man. He always beats.
What you mean?
When Danny fights,
I said Tank, Gary, Cool Boy Steph.
No, I said I've never seen it. I said I would assume Cool Boy Steph and Danny because they from Philly.
Yeah.
But I've never seen it myself. But when I'm watching the podcast and stuff, man, they do good numbers. They good numbers away from the sports.
There you go. So. Look, Gilly always at Boost Fight. So that's all I'm saying. He was trying to make it seem like, yo, they ain't boxing, but Gilly is highly boxing, bro. He talks about boxing.
But he hasn't brought it to his show. That's what I'm saying. He's doing it now, but he's never brought Cool Boy, none of those guys to do an interview on the show. But he's starting to open it up.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. See, Gilly was doing that on his live, on his IG live.
To build his own, but the show stay with just the music because they try to highlight young artists and stuff coming up, not young boxers and young athletes. But now that they realize like, yo, we could, they starting to reach out and cross over because music and sports go hand in hand.
Yeah, still ain't bigger than the podcast on Mike. How many views it got? How many views did that episode get? How many views that episode got? The one in question. The one in question.
Let me do that right now.
Yeah. Check the one in question, man. Let's see what that one in question got. But we're gonna go back to the topics. Topic numero uno, cause Ryan and Tank, that was beyond numero uno. That was like the topic. Numero uno is gonna be Teofimo Lopez and Canelo Alvarez, both plan to fight 3 times in 2021. Could this be a part of the new wave where the biggest fighters fight more often? What 3 fights do you guys want to see? It's only you, so what 3 fights would you like to see from Teofimo and Canelo, who've announced they're fighting 3 times this year?
Yeah, definitely want to see him fight Devin Haney to clear up on the whole situation with the belts. He said his dad clearly came on and said that they've been at 135 for 7 years, so making that weight's gonna be tough. So the move up to take on a unified champ it sounds good. That's legacy move right there. The winner of Josh Taylor Ramirez would be good, and then you know what I'm saying, you can finish out whoever, man. Ryan Garcia, winner of Ryan Garcia tank if they fight, that would be good. For Canelo, I don't even know, man. I'm gonna leave that up to you. I have no idea. I have to think about it. Give me a second. You answer the other one now. Think about it.
All right. We're gonna also have Troy Eisley on the show, aka Box Boy Troy. He's a 10-time national champion, 2017 world champion and medalist, 2019 Pan American Game, and a 6-time international medalist. And he is signed to James Prince. And just hangs with that new crop of big boy fighters and K Kimura. You know, you got your Jared Andersons over there, your Shakur Stevensons over there.
Everybody over there.
Yeah, man. Mikel Mera, Jared Hurd, Efe Ajagba. The gym is getting really thick for K Kimura. It's full of solid talent. And we're gonna finally have him on the show. He is turning pro. I should check. Did he have a fight that we didn't even hear about? Right?
Yeah. Give it a check and see what's up. But yo, man, if we're excited, man. We're excited to hear what this young champ got to talk about. We're gonna see what his record's all about. Go ahead and smash that thumbs up button and the subscribe button if you haven't, because it does help with the growth and the visibility of the show.
No pro debut yet. I don't think. No pro debut yet. A lot of amateur fights though, and yeah, man, we gonna talk to him. He's with Top Rank, I believe, or just with James Prince, which means he'll eventually be with Top Rank. But yeah, man, 3 fights for Canelo, 3 fights for Teo. What would they be for you, man? I know you answered the Teo. You said for Canelo, you leave it to me. You don't have anybody for him. I mean, obviously he's gonna be facing.
Still thinking about it. I haven't figured out yet. Yeah.
So he's gonna be facing Yeardom. They've announced today that it's not gonna happen in Mexico. It's not gonna be in Mexico. So he won't be getting that hometown fight. I wonder what Golden Boy does now with this one. Did you read that article?
No, I didn't read it yet.
Yeah, so Canelo won't be facing Yeardom on Mexican soil. It's not looking too likely. He is going to be making the ring return, looking to do it, according to ESPN Deportes, in February. 27th is the planned date to make the mandatory defense of his newly acquired WBC title and his ring and WBA title. Now, he was hoping to make that mandatory defense in his hometown of Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. And looks like due to COVID-19 restrictions, large audiences would not be possible by February date. So, yeah, it's looking like no fight for Canelo in Mexico for 2021. I don't know. Man. And he hasn't fought in Mexico since 2011. So he was definitely looking forward to this. Now they're saying that the likely scenario is going to be Canelo coming right on back to Texas. Might as well call that baby Mexico, right? Because they are holding events and COVID cases aren't surging and live audiences have been permitted. You know, Earl fought there and Callum and Canelo fought there. And that's where I keep telling the heavyweights to go, man. But in the next few days, Canelo should be making some sort of announcement regarding his future and his plans for February, May, and September, because he plans to fight 3 times this year. Now, Yeardom, for those that are upset about this fight, he's been the mandatory for the WBC since last year, and in fact, he allowed Canelo to challenge Smith for the vacant title, obviously accepting some compensation, some nice step-aside money like we like to talk about. And Yeardom agreed to that step-aside money, took that, probably bought himself a little house, and he still gets a shot at Canelo within the next 90 days. So, smart business move by Yeardom, for real. Shout out, you know. Get that Canelo free money for stepping aside, then get that Canelo mandatory money. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now, as far as Teofimo Lopez and his 3 fights, I must say, looks like Ryan's energy is for Tank. So I would love Teofimo to take on Haney. And if he could get... all right, so I'm going to keep the same energy. I would like Teofimo to do Cambroso if he can get it. So he could get paid because he took short money for the belts. So go ahead and get paid. Get that $5 million, that $10 million, whatever it is that they're offering you, right? We've heard 2 different numbers. But go get paid. I want you to get paid. You deserve it. You challenged yourself. Go get paid. Then Haney. And then 3 fights. He wants 3 fights this year. So I would say Cambroso, Haney, and I think winner Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia. That'll give those guys time to fix their plans. And he should be good. You know? Cambroso's first, Devin Haney, then the winner of Tank and Ryan Garcia. That's how it should be. That's what I would prefer. You know? What else do we got? Few things on the docket here. And we also got Box Boy Troy, a.k.a. Troy Eisley, coming on the show. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It helps with the visibility of the show. It's going to help the show grow. And listen, man, numbers is power. The better the numbers, the more guests we get. And the better the show is for you and your listening pleasure. So if you haven't already done so, hit that thumbs up button, man. It's absolutely free. It costs you nothing. You're supporting your favorite podcast, and hopefully it tweaks the algorithm and pushes us to grow. If you haven't already subscribed to the YouTube channel, don't forget to do that, as that helps tremendously as well. Yeah, man. So on the docket, we also have Anthony Joshua saying that he has 5 years left before retirement. Now, this was some big news for the UK fans a couple of days ago. I wasn't as excited. I didn't care as much. I care about what you're doing in the sport, and he's got 5 more years. I didn't think it was a big deal to talk about the possibility of him retiring, right? Like, he still may very well change his mind. You know, he 5 years could go on by, and then he's like, you know what? I still got another 2 left in me. So I don't know why everybody was getting so crazy about Anthony Joshua announcing a retirement that really isn't a retirement. But in theory, he will be missed. He's put on some exciting fights. You know, I'm on record defending his heavyweight resume as one of the best resumes in heavyweight boxing. He's taken on a significant amount of top 10 contenders and, handled them pretty well. You know, maybe the Joseph Parker, Carlos Takam, and what's this last one? Was it Pulev? Nah, he did Pulev pretty good. Yeah, I guess that's it. You know, maybe the Andy rematch. Those are like maybe the 3 fights out of 29 fights that people don't really love, right? Like, those are the ones that they can criticize. But 5 more years, 6 more years is what Canelo said he has. And Canelo, definitely the face of the sport. Definitely. Pushing boundaries for sure. Oh, man, this dude said call him. All right. Where is Francis? Francis! My man just dipped off on me, man. Sheesh. Yeah, I need to call up my guest. This is why I need an intern, man. See? If I had an intern, she would have got this message. She would have hit him up like, hey, how you doing, Mr. Eisley? How can I help you? Oh, yeah, I'm having issues with the Skype app. What are we going to call her? Ashley. Having troubles with the Skype app, Ashley. Oh, I can help you with that, Mr. Eisley. You know what I mean? We ain't got none of that. I can't even play that role because Francis dipped off without saying anything. Fucking hell. All right. Well, what else we got on the docket? Edgar Berlanga says he wants a Gabe Rosado fight. This is something that he's been talking about now for some time. I wonder what's the holdup. You know, Rosado's not a dude that prices himself out. I'm sure they could come to an agreement with Rosado, and Rosado could give the young man the lesson that not only the boxing world believes he needs in terms of a test, but, you know, the test that really he needs to cross over. Because if he can show that that power is real versus a Gabe who's a solid opponent. I mean, off top, I can't think of anybody to stop Gabe. Nobody. You know, he's given good fights to everybody except Angulo, maybe. I think Angulo, you know, really put it on him early in, but he was working at Home Depot. He was training himself. It just wasn't the same for Gabe back then the way that it is now. Now, full-time trainer, full-time fighter, all that good stuff. This dude even left his phone. Jesus Christ, man. All right, fellas. I'm going to have to leave y'all on hold while I call my guest. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. So he is creating the account, and we should be having him. I tried to give him the out and let him go ahead and call in, but he wants to do the video, and I prefer video, obviously. I want you guys to be able to get a look at him, and you know, I don't know. I feel like the interviews via video are a little more intimate. You get to know the person a little better. I don't know. But yeah, where were we? Edgar Berlanga, man, and Gabe Rosado. Great fight. Great fight, man. Yeah, Troy Eisley should be on in just a bit. Scheduled for 8 30, and he's just getting that Skype together. Yeah, man. I would love that Berlanga Rosado fight. I really don't know what's up with Top Rank. That seems like a really makeable fight. I mean, I guess I could see a world where Rosado feels disrespected slightly. Maybe he's like, man, I'm not fighting that dude. That dude needs me. I don't need him. But I always think the opposite, man. I always think the opposite. I don't know why contenders like a Rosado would feel that way. Like, why would they feel like, yo, I ain't fighting that prospect that does nothing for me? I think the opposite. I think when you stop a heavily touted prospect, man, you gotta get all the clout. Like, right? You gotta be turning things in your favor. Imagine Rosado stops Berlanga or upsets Berlanga, right? Like, what's next for Rosado off of that? You know, Berlanga isn't a gatekeeper, so we know just beating Berlanga isn't getting Rosado a title shot, but I mean, it's got to get him a significant amount of clout and prepare him for another shot versus someone else. We got JB Cinema says, some Vicente Fernandez while we wait, please. I wonder if that's like some music that I don't have. You know? Don't know. What's up? Waiting on Troy, man. Okay, I made it. Troy Eisley. All right, let's see. Let's get him on the line, fellas. We did it. Let's see. Troy. There we go. Troy.
Yo.
What's up, brother? What's up?
My fault.
Nah, it's all good, man. So how are you, man?
Say that again?
I said, so how are you?
I'm doing good. Just got recovered, got healthy from surgery all last year. So I'm getting ready for the debut. Debuting soon.
Uh-oh. Nice robe there. I'm a robe guy myself. What's that? Your initials on there?
Yeah, Box Boy Troy.
Nice.
My sisters got it for me.
Christmas gift?
Yeah.
Nice, man. Nice. So I want to take it from the beginning, man. For anybody that may not know all the hard work you put in, you know, you've basically sacrificed your childhood to become a professional athlete. So take us from the beginning, bro. When did you start and why did you get into the sport of boxing?
Well, I used to fight a lot outside of boxing. And who is it? Who? My food. Oh, he in there. He in that one. The door open. My fault. Yeah, my fault. But I got into boxing. My gym is at a recreation center, and I'm from Alexandria, Virginia. So I used to fight every day. Like I used to fight every day at that recreation center for no reason. Yo.
Busy man.
Yeah, but I used to fight every day outside of this boxing gym, and I started going to this rec when I was 5 years old. So they knew me like frequently. They was like, this kid's a troublemaker. He's always fighting. So when I was 8 years old, I got into another fight, and they took me to the gym and they took me to K and was like, this kid is always fighting. You feel me? Can you do something with him? And I ain't do nothing that day. My dad picked me up and was like, you want to try it out? And I was like, I'll try it out. And that's how it happened.
Now, what made you stick around? Like, what exactly did you do your first day in the gym? Because I remember, you know, I'm a little older. My son hit me up. He's like, man, take me to the boxing gym. I was so excited. He went one day. They didn't even put gloves on. It was just like strength and conditioning. Next day, he wasn't interested ever again. What was it about the gym that made you want to come back the next day?
I ain't gonna say I wasn't really interested in it at first either. Cause all we did the first day was jab it in the mirror. Like we was lined up and all we did was work on jabbing to the mirror. So it was pretty boring as well. But what made me stick with it was like I had like a group of kids that I grew up with, and we all started at the same time. We all went to school together. So K had just let us spar each other. And you feel me? I had got out on them, you feel me? And my dad picked me up, and K was like, it just felt natural. It felt natural.
When you say you had got out on them, does that mean like you got the better of them?
Yeah, I got the better of them.
Okay.
Like it was natural. I got the better of them. But when they brought some kids from DC, Chop son, Demario Corley, they came and they got out on me because they were more experienced than me. That just gave me the hunger to want to keep coming back because I was like, I gotta, you feel me? I just had pride, so I had to get it back. You feel me? Beautiful. So that gave me the drive. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I got beat up, and I was like, yeah, I gotta come back.
Being from Alexandria, did you grow up or I guess not, either grow up around or get to know Antoine Douglas?
That's my big brother.
He trained with K for some time, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He came. So Antoine came when I had started to get good, and then he came at the right time. So you feel me? He came when I started to get good. Then I needed that big brother, that guy to look up to in the gym that was already there.
Yeah.
He was already at that level. He was already fighting the amateur tournaments. So Twan just came at the right time, and then he was the guy that I looked up to, that I wanted to be like. That's who I tried to model my game after as a kid. And I still talk to Twan. I still love him. That's my big brother. We still talk till this day.
Beautiful. Man, so you came up around a lot of guys, man, because like I see, obviously from following you and Kay on social media, you're around a lot of professional fighters that are pretty popular right now. Jarrett Hurd, F.A. Ajagba's there, Michaela Mayer, Shakur Stevenson. I mean, your gym, or Kay's gym, that stable, you guys are getting bigger every year. How is it being amongst all those champions, and do you have your own sessions?
Well, it feels good, and it's an honor. You feel me? Because coming where I come from in Alexandria, we don't see a lot of that. Like a lot of that talent, we don't get a lot of that talent. So you feel me? Growing up, I always wanted to change that narrative to be the superstar to come out of Alexandria, or that guy to break the narrative that, you feel me, to come out of Alexandria. Then, but as far as like one-on-one sessions, yeah, we get it in. Like me and Kay, we work 6 a.m. now. We're doing like 6 a.m. sessions, and then we'll go back. When we train, we'll train with the guys like at like 3, and then we'll do like another like little pad work late night session at like 8 p.m. But like if there's something that we need to fix, you feel me, and I'll talk to Kay and tell him, I think we should work on this. Okay, he'll hit me up and like, yo, you know what I'm saying? You got to get better at this. So let's go to the gym. Let's work on this. So that's how we get our one-on-one sessions in.
Is 6 a.m. your normal?
Well, 6 a.m. wasn't my normal, but when I got on the team, I got used to it. When we got on the USA team, 6 a.m. was normal. We had to get up at 6 a.m. for the first workout. So that 6 a.m. became normal. It was something I had to get used to. At first, I did not like 6 a.m. I'm a 11 p.m. or 10 p.m. guy. I don't like that early stuff, but I had to get used to it. Sacrifices.
Definitely. So, 10-time national champ. I think the only 10-time national champ I know is Kashad Elliott, man. That's a lot of wins, bro. Whenever I see someone with that many national wins, I feel like you were in a bidding war. Like many people wanted to sign you. The industry people I speak to, usually they say the more nationals, the better. If he won nationals, he gets signed. So 10 nationals, how many people, because I know you're with James Prince, but how many other James Prince came a knocking before you decided where you were going to go?
Well, I got a call from Keith Conley, Shelly Fingal.
Wow, Shelly and Keith. Those are two. Al Heyman too?
Well, I mean, Shelly and Al, they work together.
Okay,
so.
okay. I was going to say, damn, Al called you? All right.
But I was already, like, because Shakur's with Top Rank, I was already, like, Top Rank was already recruiting me from 2018. They were flying me out to the fights whenever I was home from training camp on USA team. So I already had, a relationship with Top Rank. They knew who I was. Yeah. And Jay Prince as well. He knew who I was. And then Jay Prince, they're solid people. Those are the type of people, you're not gonna meet too many promoters that they'll tell you exactly what they're gonna do, and they'll do it. They'll make sure they'll tell anything they tell you, they're gonna make it happen. They're not lying to you for sure. Those are sincere people.
So you get a sense of security, or right away you had that sense of security when you were with them.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful, man, beautiful. Now, how is it being with K? Because you said you met him. I didn't know that till today. At 8 years old.
Yeah.
That's. How old are you now?
22.
Wow. So he's like another dad, essentially.
Mm-hmm. Yes, basically is.
So the chemistry, how's the chemistry, I guess, doing pad works when you're in the corner? Do you hear him when you're in the ring because you guys have been around each other so long?
Yeah, I mean, we're basically like, we're like this, I don't want to say the same kind of people, but like we're both quiet. Like, so like our like, it was just a match. Like, we just had great chemistry. It just matched. Like we we're both quiet, but when it's time to fight, like I can hear his voice. He's pretty loud. He's loud when it's time to fight, and he's hands-on. You feel me? He's a teacher, so he can teach you. He can teach you anything, and you feel me? And I just we got great chemistry. Great chemistry.
Beautiful.
It's cool.
So, what weight do you plan on debuting at?
Well, I'm gonna debut at 58, but I'm gonna probably work my way down to 47.
Wow. Wait, weren't you a lot heavier than that in the amateurs? Weren't you like 78? 65. Oh, 65.
Yeah.
Okay. And how tall are you?
5'10".
All right. Damn, so you could make it to 47.
Well, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see. Right now, I think 54 though, but I'm gonna really try 47 though.
That's a good plan, man. That's a good plan, man. You have a great team too, so I'm sure you guys will be able to make it down. So what made you make the decision to go pro? Because there were some sort of Olympic options for you, correct?
Yeah.
And is it just because of COVID and you just didn't feel like waiting? Is it because you needed to make money? Were you just ready to become a pro? What was your ultimate decision?
I mean, I feel like I've done everything that an amateur boxer probably can do. I won all the national titles. I went to the Pan American Games. I went to the World Championships. I already fought the Olympic competition, and I just feel like it's time to turn pro. I feel like it was that time. I have enough experience. You feel me? I went overseas. I fought all the styles. I just feel like it's time to turn pro, and I have enough on my resume to where, you know what I'm saying, I can get I could have got, a pretty good deal, you feel me? So I was just like, it's that time. I ain't gonna say the Olympics wasn't meant to be, but hey, when I lost at the trials, I wanted to get healthy, you feel me? I had 2 shoulder injuries prior to the trials, and I kept fighting through it because we didn't know the corona, all this stuff, this quarantine stuff was gonna happen. So we kept fighting through it. We went to Pan Am's injured. We didn't go to Worlds, but we fought at the trials injured. So I just was ready to make that transition and go pro.
What would you say? How could you describe your style to people just listening to this and haven't seen you fight?
I would say boxer puncher, but I would say like an Earl Spence or or like somewhat of a James Toney, but not as like, I'm getting there with the defense, but not all the way as defensive like as James Toney, but similar to those two.
So what is it about Earl Spence that you've taken for your game? Is it the body? Because you say Earl Spence right away. I thought my first thing comes to mind is body attack.
Yeah, body attack. just aggression, body attack, and strong legs, heart, and just like aggressiveness, strong legs, body attack. Just I think just everything except for probably the jab. My jab could get a little better. He probably has a better jab, but that's what I see similar to Earl as far as my game. Okay. And Canelo Alvarez as well too. So that's who I like.
So those are the guys you watch. Anybody you watch tape of when you're just laying in bed waiting to go to bed, or do you not watch tape?
Nah. I watched Shakur and Andre Ward for like ring generalship, and I watched James Toney for defense, because James Toney is more like, he's more offensive. He comes like with offense off of his defense, and I'm not really like a counter puncher type guy. I'm more of an aggressive type guy. So I watch a lot of James Toney. I've been watching a lot of Charlo lately, Jamel, so I can like sit on my punches as a pro and stuff like that. And I recently was at Terrence Crawford camp, so I've been watching a lot of Crawford, and I've been taking a lot of stuff from him as well.
When you were in the Crawford camp, did you engage? Were you sparring, or you just observing?
Sparring, and I was sparring and observing, doing both. He used me for that camp.
Okay. Was that your first time sparring, bud?
Nah, we had sparred back in 2018 when I was on the team, because he trains in Colorado.
Yes.
So when I was on the USA team, we were going over there to triple that, and we were helping him out when he first moved up to 47 to fight Jeff Horn.
Now, watching him, around Shakur, they're very competitive. Like Shakur might be like, man, I got the better of you that time. Does he do that with you? Do you engage in that, like, or are you still just like, nah, I'm gonna let it be for now?
I mean, I'll be competitive, but it's more like quiet. I don't talk. You feel me? I'm more focused. Mm-hmm. But it's definitely competitive, but it ain't a lot of talk. You feel me? It's just a lot of work, more work involved, not a lot of talking. I'm just not that talking guy.
No, I hear it, man. A few people like that. It's all good. What headgear do you use for sparring?
I use Sting right now.
Oh, damn. So that's like Ryan, right? That's like the Ryan Garcia was really, really open face, almost like the amateurs, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you prefer that instead of like the cheek protectors, or maybe even the bar to protect your nose? What do you like? Better visual. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm starting to see a lot of guys that are coming out of the amateurs continue to spar or train in that competitive amateur headgear, but I guess it's for the peripherals to be able to see. All right. Troy, man, so what would you say is your biggest blessing till date?
Like my biggest blessing, or like accomplishment blessing?
Nah, whatever you believe is the biggest blessing. Like, man, I'm so glad this happened, or that happened, or this piece came into the puzzle. What was it? Is it K? Is it boxing? Is it meeting James Prince?
Definitely boxing, and I definitely thank K a lot, because I mean, at first I was a triggered, like quick-tempered guy who would react to everything and wanna fight. You always, if you put your hands on me, I was always gonna react. You feel me? K taught me definitely how to walk away from stuff and be the bigger guy, and you feel me? He taught me how to walk away and keep my cool and keep my composure, and I thank him for that. So definitely K was definitely a blessing, and I wouldn't be nowhere without my family. I got two great mom and dads, and I got two supportive sisters, and I got 3 supportive brothers, and they come to every national, they come to every fight. They try to make every fight, and I wouldn't be the guy I was without them. So I thank my family, and you know what I'm saying, even though they got me everything I needed growing up, they still push me to work hard for stuff. They got me everything I needed, clothes, shoes, games. I didn't grow up poor, but they still gave me that drive. They still gave me that want to go work for something. You feel me? To go work on my own, to want my own stuff. So I'm definitely thankful for that.
That's beautiful, man. I'm happy to hear that you come from a complete home and have such a great support system. Unfortunately, boxing loves to give us the opposite of that story, you know. So good to see that you come from a good household. Because you're campaigning at 54 and you train with K, I'm sure you've gotten work with Jarrett, and I'm not asking you to give us details, but for myself, like, I get in the ring just for staying in shape and stuff like that, but I'm older and I always get nervous. If I see a heavyweight walk in the building, I'm like, fuck, that must be for me. How was it with you getting in there with Jarrett Hurd? Because that dude is like a Mexican, a black Mexican, the way he throws all those punches. Was that hard getting used to at first?
It was. It still is hard getting used to, because he's grooming his game and he's getting way better than where he was from before. But I've been sparring Hurd since 2018, and definitely first time, because he was unified champ, and you feel me, I was definitely nervous. But I'm always nervous before I get in the ring. That's just me. I always got butterflies. It's just when I get in there, they clear out.
You know how many people ask that? Because I always get butterflies. I be going up to my coach like, bro, why I'm still nervous? This ain't the first time. But you the first person that actually said you have butterflies. Everybody like, nah. Back in the day, not anymore. I'm like, damn, really?
It's always butterflies. Don't let nobody tell you. It's always butterflies. It's just some people know how. Hey, it's time now. The bell done rung. You feel me? It's that time. You know what I'm saying?
Now
that's how I treat it.
Now, you were saying that you watched Shakur and Andre Ward for ring generalship. As a fighter, is there anything that you can point out, like, well, that's what he does that makes him so good and have that great ring generalship?
Shakur has he has great defense, great distance, and he knows he has great IQ. He knows what to do, when to do. He just always knows when to do. Like, he's always in the right situation at the right time. He has just that good ring IQ, so he's never in a bad predicament. He always knows what he needs to do, how to get away. So that's what I like about Shakur, and that's one thing. That's why I watch Shakur. That's one thing I'm trying to get from Shakur.
And from Ward, you said that was another one that you like to watch for ring generalship.
Ward is just like, he's the same as Shakur, and Ward is my size. So that's what I take from Ward. He's my size, and you feel me. He's elusive. He can do everything. So I steal that from Ward too. Ward he make the adjustments as well. When it's a tough fight, he knows how to adjust to any type of situation. He always knew how to adjust. So that's why I watch Ward a lot as well.
Is it difficult to try and adapt something from a southpaw, you being an orthodox fighter?
Nah, I wouldn't say that. I would just try to I could steal a lot of stuff. I just try to make it my own way, turn it into my own way of how I like to do it. You feel me? But I'll take it, but I'll just make it how I do it, how I do stuff. But I'll always, just take it in the attitude, how I do my game. You feel me? How I grow my game.
Anything of the learning process, like the basic fundamentals of boxing, or even any elite moves, did any of them give you trouble? Like, I'll make this question a little simpler by saying I find major difficulty, whether because I'm flat-footed, maybe I'm just lazy with my pivot. Like, my coach is always like, get on the ball of your foot when you do your pivot, right? Like, so is there anything that gave you trouble coming up, that eventually you mastered, but it was that one thing, like, man, can't get that?
Growing up, it was like pressure fighters. Like, I didn't either, because I'm a pressure fighter. So when I fought someone that had more willpower, or you feel me, that knew how to press better than me, I would always just like get this, man, fuck it, I'm gonna fight his fight and wanna brawl, or you feel me, just that was kind of like my problem growing up. And Shakur got on me about it. A lot of my teammates get on me about it. Like, you don't have to fight, bro. You got skill to box. You can box as well. So you feel me? That's one problem. And I gotta get better at like doubling up my jab. I don't double up my jab enough. So that's one other thing I can use. But those are the two things I always had problem with growing up was pressure fighters.
Troy, man, you might have became one of my new favorite fighters, man. Your honesty, you get guys and they're like, they won't say what they're having difficulty with, or what needs correction. Like, you know, they're a pro, so they already know how to do it. You know, they're a pro, so they're professional. But I love that you still understand that you're learning and want to continue to learn to get better, man. That's official. I cannot wait. Do you have a date for your debut or not yet?
Not yet. We're still figuring it out.
Okay.
But hopefully sometime in February for sure. That's what we're training for.
All right, February.
What's going on, Charr? How you doing? This is Francis from Canada.
How you doing, Francis?
Good to meet you. Can you do me one favor before I ask you this question? Is it possible you could turn that phone sideways so we can see that full scope? We see how big them shoulders are.
Like
that? Oh, your screen is locked.
Oh, he got orientation locked.
Yeah, you gotta unlock the rotation.
My fault.
No worries.
There you go.
Now we cooking. Love it. So my question to you is, what type of music did your music selections change from running to pre-fight? Or was it the same thing?
No, it's the same. It's pretty much the same thing.
And what type
of music is it? I might change it up on a day-to-day basis. Like, cause I got older parents, so like growing up, like my dad, like he liked a lot of DMX. Like I like DMX before the fight.
Really? Which one?
Wow.
I mean, like Slipping, Falling, I Can't Get Up.
Okay.
Like Which I Really Want. I like a lot of DMX. Rough Riders Anthem. A lot of DMX.
Yo, that's my era right there. That's that fire, man.
You know,
Jada Styles P.
Okay.
So, I mean, I like that, but as far as like new coming, I mean, my favorite rapper is Chief Keef, so I like Chief Keef.
So do you run to these music too as well when you're doing your conditioning work?
Mm-hmm. Well, when I'm doing like conditioning, most of the time I like to take it out. I like to take it out because Kate wants to get on me about it. Kate gets on me most of the time when I'm doing my conditioning and stuff like that because he's like, when you're in the ring, you're not gonna have no music.
Yo,
he gets on me about it.
My
so
trainer,
I take it off.
He says this. My trainer says the same thing, but don't you get like a better flow when you got the music?
I get. It's like I just zone out.
Yeah,
I get that. It's like I zone out. I don't hear anything, and I'm in the groove. I get what you're saying. I'm in the groove. Mm-hmm. But like if I'm doing like sprints, the headphones don't work. I'm better without the headphones at sprints. But if I'm doing like anything else, I would probably prefer the headphones.
How often do you do sprints?
They make me take them out.
How often do you do sprints?
We do them a lot, especially on the USA team. We did them a lot.
Nice. Okay, my other question I want to ask you. I like to throw different questions there to get people to know a little bit more about you. What is your pre-fight meal, and what is your post-fight guilty pleasure meal that you got to have? I got to have it.
My pre-fight meal, I gotta go with some. Well, for breakfast, I need some pancakes, some eggs. Some pancakes and eggs.
Egg whites or egg with the yolk?
Nah, no yolk. Nah, scramble. Yeah,
okay.
Scramble, and then I need some pasta. I gotta have some good pasta. I love pasta. I need some spaghetti. I need some Alfredo. I need some type of pasta before the fight. But after the fight, I'm gonna probably get some more pasta. I'm gonna pick out some more pasta. Probably get some wings, some steak. I don't know. I'm gonna eat.
What is it about the pasta pre-fight? Because I think Francis asked someone this question yesterday, and they said pasta as well. What does the pasta do for you?
It's good carbs. It gives you that energy you need. It gives you good energy. Don't eat a lot of it though. Don't overdo it. It gets you a good amount. Don't eat, because if you eat a lot of it, you'll be sluggish. So, but try to eat like a good amount. A good amount of pasta will give you that good carbs, that good energy that you need. Then you couldn't go bad with some protein either. Like, I don't always eat pasta. You know, you can get you some protein, some mashed potatoes, some not mashed potatoes, but like mashed potatoes with steak or like beef and rice, stuff like that. Good protein before the fight as well.
And your post-fight pleasure?
Yeah, I'm gonna probably grab like 20 wings. I'm gonna probably grab like 20 wings. I'm gonna get some pizza. I'm gonna get a lot. I'm gonna pick out
that common answer, you know, Nez. Everybody say post-fight.
Everybody says pizza. Everybody says pizza. That's like their favorite.
Good pizza, some wings.
I love it. The other question: is there any particular boxing workout that you just, when you got to do it, you're like, man, I got to get myself mentally prepared to do this because I don't want to do it.
Incline. And have you seen the incline, like Terrence Crawford and Broner? It's like that big old mountain of steps in Colorado.
Yes.
We do it every Saturday. Yeah, we do. We used to do that workout every Saturday on the team, but I definitely had to get mentally prepared because it's like it's so steep, and you'll think you're done and you're not done at all. Like it's so many steps to get to the tops. Like it's hella steps. You got to get mentally prepared to do it. That or the VersaClimber, you know like the VersaClimber like that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not a bad workout. Like I don't hate that workout, but how we did it on the team is where they would put us on teams, and whoever got to that like certain amount of steps, like we had to get to like 3,000 certain amount of steps, and a certain whoever like wins stuff like that, we had to get there. So like I had to get mentally prepared for those type workouts, for the VersaClimber workout as well. Wow. Those two workouts.
And you guys got the VersaClimber at K's gym, or are you talking about in Colorado Springs?
We were in Colorado and at the USA team. That's when we first started doing it. That's how we did it there.
Okay. Well, Troy, man, I want to thank you. Those are all my questions. If you can, please give out any social media, anywhere you want people to follow you. If you got any merch, anything, where people can just start buying these Troy Eisley hoodies when they come out to your fight, baby. Give out that address and URL, and just thank you, man. As soon as you get something, I know you said February sometime, but once it's announced, DM me. We'll bring you right back to announce the fight.
Bet. Hey, I appreciate y'all. I'm sorry about the other times, man.
Nah, man, don't worry about it. Listen, I'm just happy you came on, man. We got to know a little bit about you, and we love your focus and your drive, and I can't wait to see great things from you, man.
And I gotta tell you also, man, that you got it, man. You got that charisma as the fighter needs. You know what I'm saying, to attract the casuals, man. I love it. Keep doing your thing. Keep pushing.
Thank you. And for Instagram, BoxBoyTroy1, Twitter, BoxBoyTroy1, Snapchat, BoxBoyTroy23, and Facebook, Troy Eisley.
All right. Well, Troy, man, thank you so much, man. Keep me updated, and we're going to bring you right back. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Up-and-coming prospect, soon-to-be contender Troy Eisley out of the K Kimura Gym. Thank you once again. There you have it. Yeah, man, let's talk some boxing, and let's get this thing going. Where are we? We lost Francis here. Francis, the praying mantis. Where'd you go, Francis? Where'd you go? But yeah, man, at least we got that interview done, and that was a good one, right? He definitely, like Francis says, has good personality and charisma, man. I can't wait to see him develop. When you're around that much talent, it's what we were saying when we wanted Andy to go to the Reynosos and we wanted Ryan to be better for being at the Reynoso. Like, Troy is over there with Jarrett Hurd and F.A. Ajagba and Michaela Mayer and Shakur Stevenson, and look, he just told us he was brought in for that Crawford sparring. So being with K, man, is gonna be nothing but great things for him and great connections. Shout out James Prince signing him early. Yo, Top Rank on him early. They say, he said they was on him since 2018, flying him out. See what it means to be a promoter? Like, you need that money, yo. A dude they wasn't even sure if he was going to the Olympics. They was already spending money on him, dog. They didn't know the pandemic was gonna happen.
That's crazy, man. Whining and dining the young fella, man.
Yo, just like what was that movie, Blue Chips with Shaq? They probably was sending them all that Top Rank gear. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, go ahead and train. But that's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do. You gotta that's like,
that's an investment.
That's an investment, man. And man, shout out to him, bro. He was like 60 something in the amateurs. He's gonna try and get the 47. That's dedication.
That is dedication.
Listen, we're going to go ahead and open up the phone lines. Remember, we're talking Tank Garcia agreeing to fight in a heated exchange on a Mike Tyson podcast, which I think is super huge. And we're also talking about no Mexico for Canelo Alvarez in his mandatory defense. Teofimo and Canelo both plan on having 3 fights. So who would you like to see those 3 fights for those 2 respected fighters be? Anthony Joshua announces in 5 years he's retiring, Francis. You didn't get an opportunity to give us your thoughts on that. If you have anything before I do get to the rest of the people, 5 years he's retiring. I mean, for me, my brief summary, because you weren't here, was just like, who cares? He's saying that today. You know, who knows if it's 6 years? Who knows if it's 3 years? I mean, wait for the real announcement that he retired versus he's retiring.
That's a fact, because Wilder also said that he wants to retire at a certain time, and a lot of these fighters are putting time limits on and how long they're going to be in the sport. So yeah, definitely I agree with you, man. It's good for him to, I guess, have an exit strategy plan, but we gotta wait to see when he gets there to get the final announcement, like, yo, he's officially retired. But that's a good number to look at, I guess.
Yeah. Let me get to these super chats. LV Slugger says Charlo versus Hurd, still the biggest fight at 154. And we got a few other super chats. I'm gonna just get ahead and refresh and take it back from the top. Looking like who showed the love? Super chat love. Let's see. In the beginning. We got a lot. Shout out. Damn. Henry, we got you. He says champs fight champs. Ness. No running burpees. Did we need a comma there? I wonder. Like, no running burpees. Like do burpees. We got to Dakota. Henry Brown. Notice they ain't mentioned Stevenson. We got to that. Eric Cruz. Tank. Let me see. Yep, we got to that. Mad Bent says Leo can beat Campbell. We got to that. I disagree. I don't think he can beat Campbell. Can I get a show of yes or no? Can Leo Santa Cruz beat Luke Campbell today? Both coming off of losses. Their next fight in March. Let's hypothetically assume. Who wins? Luke Campbell, Leo Santa Cruz. We got Casual Bass Guy that says, Cash Ouija, your emoji is FYE. I don't know. What's FYE?
I don't know. Is that fire? I don't know.
And then he put the fire emoji, but I don't know. Maybe that's like fire. Like fire. I don't know.
Yeah, like fire.
Can you pronounce it like that? Ken Stone and Haiti says, give me Leo Frampton trilogy next after Herring. Not if Shakur has anything to do with it. Mad Bet 100 says Luke never beats anybody good. He is a loser. Bruh, you just said he could beat. Oh, you said Leo can beat Campbell. So you're saying Luke can't beat anybody because he can't beat anybody. He's just a loser. You're terrible, Mad Bet. But I like it. JB Cinema says some Vicente Fernandez. We said that. And LV Slugger, we said that. We're going out to the callers. Let's do it.
Do. Where's El Camino?
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Yo, Steve, I hope you take some time to say that in your call, talking about Leo beats Campbell easy. My man got toothpick arms and legs. You talking about easy. Bro, that'll be a tough ass fight for Leo, in my opinion.
Leo got that pressure, man.
What pressure?
That pressure.
Yo, is Leo even the same size, man? Leo announcing he going back to 126, I heard, man. Nah, I'm bullshit. I'm bullshit. Let's go out to Info Jew.
Why you doing the 4-weight champion like that, man?
Mr. Info Joe.
Tell the truth, go! Tell the truth!
This portion of the show we call In the
Mr.
Know,
Info Joe.
presented by my brother.
Yo, what up, Francis? What up, Ness? Am I clear?
My boxing
You
brother.
hear me?
Info Joe's a beast.
Check box bread. Hey, check this out. Hey man, you couldn't pay for better advertisement than for Mike Tyson to announce the fight between Gervonta and Ryan, man. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't pay for better. Hey, and this will be the kicker right here. I got my I got my promotional hat on right now like you had on this morning, Ness. Imagine this.
Imagine if they fight on a Mike Tyson versus Holyfield undercard. I know the hardcore is going to throw darts at me, but as a promotion, man, it'd do way over. Again, it'd do a good $2 million. Am I tripping or what?
I mean, only reason I think you tripping is because Mike and Floyd don't get along, so I don't think they could get Tank on a Mike undercard. Now, Mike and Tank get along, so maybe Mike sucks up his pride and offers the olive branch to Tank to get on the undercard, even though he don't fuck with his promoter Floyd. But you know Mike don't like Floyd.
But you know what? Money trumps all of that bullshit.
Yeah,
they
but
sit
when you
down and they dividing up that money. I'm pretty sure
but when you got
Money
Mike Tyson,
Mayweather ain't gonna blink an eye if the money is if the purse is big.
I don't know, man. Mike Tyson was out here talking about we broke numbers, people hating, they mad. Who you think he was talking to, man?
Facts. Yeah. I don't know, man, but I know in that world, man, money trumps all. Because I hear people talking about maybe
listen,
Oscar
Joe,
and Floyd might not get along, so that fight might not happen. But I think money will trump all of that as well.
I tell you
what's
one
up,
thing,
Jam?
Joe. That's the best idea we heard since we've been talking about Ryan and Tank. No one's ever said that, and it is the best idea because they already called Tank Lil Tyson, Mini Tyson. Now you could market it that way, like Tyson and Little Tyson. Right. Say Tyson's knockout percentage, say Tank's knockout percentage. Show Tyson's knockout highlights, show Tank knockout highlights. So it's a fantastic idea. I don't know that they could get it done, but for the love of boxing, for the better of the sport, I'm going to pray that they do. Tank, Tyson and Tyson on the undercard. Baby Tyson, Lil. and
there you go, Ness. Hype it up.
I can see it, yo. I can see it like, the protege or nah. They'll probably do like Iron Mike Tyson and what people are calling the future Tyson, because he's got that power or whatever. I'm sure they can find a way to sell it. I like it, Joe. I actually like it. We ain't think of that.
Or check this angle. You can even throw in, this is like Floyd versus Oscar De La Hoya is like Gervonta versus Ryan. Throw that angle in there. You know what I'm saying? All kind of way you can twist this, man. I'm getting my promotional hat on too now, champ.
Yeah, but, Mario said that, like, this is the new Oscar versus Floyd, The thing is that Tank ain't nothing like Floyd. I mean, he brings his own level of excitement, but he ain't the finesse that Floyd is.
Right. That's facts. That's true. But that's all I got, my brothers.
You the champ. You the champ.
Yo,
Listen.
I got it on that one. I hear your thought on that one. All sounds good for me. All sounds good, but just like Ryan had to make you believe it, Mike Tyson got to make me believe it that he can pull that off, because I don't believe that will ever happen. Floyd will ever do that. But I'm here to be made a believer for sure.
I mean, what are you gonna tell Tank if Tyson hits up Tank like, yo, let's get you on undercard?
That's why you have a team. You know how that go when you got a team. A lot of people want it, like you were just giving on Mulatto, like, yo, get out of here, man. You try to, you know what I'm saying? Like, just to use as an example, like, everybody got a team, and you got to go through the team to make sure everything is right. Because, yeah, you well and good, you sign this fight, but like, how does everybody, it's a lot of
you're right, because he could be tied to Showtime, and they like, nah, you ain't going to fight on no Thriller. Of course. You can't go to Thriller.
Like, what? Nah.
James, what up?
Yeah, I'm just listening to this.
All right.
James.
Just like the king is what I mean. The king is what I mean.
He or he?
I mean, you just listening to Twin. I think I got a. I was about to say, Twin, I think I got a fight for you.
Nah. Listen, I got a quick question.
Yes.
Would y'all be mad if Tank say, yeah, I want to do the fight, I want to do it at 133? I feel like Tank hold all the cards in this one. Now, I'm not necessarily a Tank fan because I've called many times and I've shouted out his his lack of self-discipline as far as being preparedness. But if he really to go and make a serious bout at 130, right? And he said, "Yo, I'm the man at 130. I at least want to be the man at 130." But Ryan's offered me this fight at 135. Do you think he has the right? Ness, you love that A-side talk, man. Does he have the right to say, well, if you want to fight me, meet me at 133? Does he have the right to do that, right?
That's a question for Francis, man. Francis is Tank's attorney.
Oh, man. Does he have the right to do it? He the A-side. He has the right to do that, but that wouldn't make any sense for me.
I'm not saying it will because I would like for him to just step all the way up 135. I just, because that's the direction it could go if, I don't know. But look, Iron Tank, that'd be the name of the fight card. They call it Iron Tank. They got the little posters, you know what I'm saying? They got a montage of Tank, a montage of, you know what I'm saying? And they do it on a Mexican weekend, though. You know what I'm saying? Even though Ryan don't even speak Spanish, I speak more Spanish than him. You know what I'm saying? They just do it on the Mexican weekend. You got the Iron Tank. And then you just, you know what I'm saying, you do it in the city, you do it in LA. You know what I'm saying? They come on, man, they can pay us later, man. TVV be booking the hell. We be matchmaking the shit out of this thing, man. I ain't gonna hold up the line, man. Ness, I'm gonna get with you tomorrow, man. Let me know what's good. I'm gonna hit you. We gonna link up.
Just text me, man. I mean, if you get here around 11:30, 12, I'll pick you up at the train station or bus stop, whatever. Just text me. And yeah, man, I was at the gym today. I got my little 7-day straight badge going in. You feel me? iPhone came through like achievement 7 days straight with the Apple Watch getting active. You know what I mean? So you seen what I did today. And I ain't gonna front. Like I didn't have you on my mind. I had you on my mind. I had you on my mind the whole time. And then when I stopped, I was mad. I'm like, damn, 1,271? How the hell Francis did that? Then I thought to myself, I haven't went for a run, and you running. So I figured that was that extra 400-500 calories that you had on me. But what I did do is I bodied your time. See, so you did 1,800 in like an hour and 30-minute workout. I did 1,372 minutes. That's that big boy shit. You feel me? That's taking your time. That's taking your time and telling time, no, I want more from you. I want to do more in a minute.
You gotta remember something though. Nah,
I don't want to remember. You lost. I did more than you. I did 1,300 calories in 71 minutes.
Stop, but like when you shooting your videos or like this part or whatever you're doing, you just record. You just hit record because you don't got time to go back and stop and then start it and stop and then start it. From time to time, just run.
What you mean? Nah, I stopped mine. I like my workouts individual. You feel me? I like my workouts to be individualized and categorized, right? So like I want to know what I'm doing for jump rope, what I'm doing for shadow boxing, what I'm doing for power. All those numbers matter to me, man. Yeah, Bruce in Chicago. What up?
What up, man? What up? I don't think I'm not with Tank being on Tyson undercard. I understand the angle, but I think that those two are young blossoming stars and they don't really need, they need to avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. You see what I'm saying? Those are big shoes to fill. And Tyson is an icon in boxing. I don't even think you should try to fill them shoes. I think you need to create your own lane. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely not get on nobody undercard. Not at this stage. Hell no. They both stars already. They don't need to be on nobody undercard. Not Ryan or not Tank. I think that's absurd. And they carry the cachet on their own already. I think they can carry a pay-per-view. You know what I mean? Even though I do got a question. So I see that Ryan's fight had like 6,000 fans, but Earl and them fight had like 16,000. And they both was in Texas. What was the difference there?
I think he just chose a smaller arena. They knew he couldn't do it that many tickets. They probably calculated for less. That's the only That's the only thing I could think of, because I seen the same thing. Like, why only 6,000 fans? You know, but
yeah, that's insane to me. Tank did more than that in fucking Atlanta, but it was also not a pandemic either. So we can't, you know.
Yeah, that was pre-pandemic.
Yeah, but that was a great interview with Troy Eisley. I think he's pretty good. I've been actually looking at dude for a minute. And why you been ducking me, man? I done sent you a couple invites to play, man. You ain't played.
What?
Since our first. Yeah,
oh wait.
The first.
Is your name Benjamin on chess?
No, I'm not Benjamin.
Oh.
I'm Jermaine on chess.com. We played some couple games.
Did you?
And then you was like, no. Of course.
What's your score? You was the 1600.
Like,
you had the 1690.
Yeah, that was me. The 1690.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I can't fuck with you, champ. What you want me to do? I tried. Send me an invite. We're gonna do it again. But listen, there's levels, and I understand my level. I tried with you, right? And then it was like 5 games. You beat me. It's not. I'm not at a 16. I think that day you caught me. You might have caught me like at a 1240 that day. Bryan, I'm not 1240 today. I've been having a fucking losing streak. I guess you started it. After that ass kicking I took to you, I dropped from 1240, man. I think I'm like at a 10 like high 90s, 1090 something right now. I'm low, man.
Yeah, but I don't think that's a reflection of your strength, because I kind of gauge you a little bit. You can play. You're not like a bum. You can play. You just make moves under time pressure that's just not that good. You panic, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that's my call. Yeah, that's my call, man. But we'll talk about it.
Yo,
so
you guys gonna have to come out to Border Wars, man. That's where we had a board in the last one in Dallas, man. I beat everybody, but it would be good to have you there. You know.
Oh yeah,
it was
I'm
a few fights.
I know it's March the 13th.
We had what's his name? Marlon Sims was there. He was winning too until I sat down. But is that you good? You know who you gotta look for? Let me go to my losses real quick. I'm gonna tell you who to look for. He kicked my ass. Where do I find my losses, man? His name is Benjamin. He listens to the show all the time. And man, if that dude ain't too good for me, man, be beating the crap out of me.
What's his rating? I'll put hands and feet on him real quick.
Benjamin, you ain't doing nothing to Benjamin. He's a 1940, and this dude pounds on me, man. I never won a game.
Hey, bro, listen.
I got 9 losses to him.
I don't play on chess.com at all. I play on Lee Chess. On Lee Chess, I'm like 2,000. Man, I'll play Benjamin.
Ain't nobody ever heard of Wii Chess, man. Go to Benjamin. His name is look. It's spelled different actually. It's BenGamin. So it's Ben Gaming 450.
I'm gonna go
look him
dirty and send you the
Look him up. Look him up, because this dude be fucking... Yo, he beats me, knows he's better, then keep asking me to play. Like, motherfucker, why you trying to take tack on me, man? He beat me 9 times. He got a tank top as his avatar.
When he beat you, go look at your games and figure out what you did wrong. That's how you improve.
Look at them game, man. Them shit sad, bro. I got 1 draw with his ass. He probably offered me the draw and I accepted. Yo, I'm out. Got me talking chess. They mad at me. Twin, I got to fight for you, Twin. But we might have to do a catch weight. Talk to me.
Yo, what up? What's the catch weight? Going up or down?
Going up. What's the most comfortable you feel like going up?
I guess probably. I guess Smash would be like 160 right now. Yeah, I think so. Why?
So I think we could do 160. So I got a guy that he's 1-0, but he's coming off a meniscus injury, and he's from Florida too. So it's safer for you in terms of making sure you got to fight. He was gonna fight at 68, but he's already at 63. You know what I mean? So maybe we could do it at 54, but it's not guaranteed because he never even in his life thought he could make it to 63. Like, that's just happening naturally. So.
Oh shit. Okay.
So his fight fell out. The dude that he was supposed to fight can't even make 68. He's at 197 right now. So an opportunity arose, man. I don't know if you guys could maybe do, because I think because he's losing weight, he might as well just keep losing weight. No sense in taking a fight at 68 or 60 or at 60 if you already at 63 and you still got, man, it's like 64 days left. You might as well take that fight at 54 is what I'm thinking, but he's never fought at 54. So it depends on you if you're good with 54 and 60. Like, if y'all could agree on 60 or 54, because I got to ask him, does he think he can make 54? Because I know that's what you want, right?
Yeah, I mean, 54 will be good. It's up to him, really, because right now I'm like at 54, 53, but I lost like 2 pounds because I thought I was going to 47. So it really depends on him, because it's important for me to know, because then I know if I need to cut weight or I need to, do more bulking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And eat a little bit more, or eat a little bit less. So
I mean, but if you're already at 53, wouldn't you feel uncomfortable fighting at 60?
I could make it, but it's gonna be a little bit harder. I mean, I'll do it, but if you could come down a little bit more, whatever, it's all good. I'll try it.
I'm gonna give.
I mean, but if we all buy a little bit, if we all buy a few pounds, man, like, it's all good. Like, what's his? You say he's 1-0?
Yeah, it's Jordan Baker from Florida.
Hey, Jordan Baker. He been on Border Wars, right?
Yeah, he fought Chris Vega in Border Wars 7, February last year.
Okay, I'm writing that down. I'm gonna look it up. All right. So I guess it's up to him. I guess it's up to him, really, what he wants to do. Then I'll be better equipped to know what I have to do.
For sure.
All right. Let me get this call. Yeah, Joshua with the 5 years left, he might as well say 10 to 20 years. That shit is too far, man. Like, it's not really news. Like, and if Wilder get a hold of him, you know what I mean? It might be earlier. It might be before that. Teo, I think his 3 for me. His 3 will be. I think I agree the same. What you say is mandatory. Then Haney, then the winner of Tank and Ryan, if that happens. Canelo, I don't know. There's a lot of options. I have no idea. But yeah, Tank and Ryan on the Mike Tyson podcast, bro. That's pretty big. Funny to see this dude instigating. Mike Tyson instigating that shit. That's kind of like what you did this morning with the cruiserweights. That ain't the same shit. That was the same shit.
Except when Dion came on, I wasn't like, yo, this nigga talking mad shit.
Yo, that dude didn't like that shit at all. He wasn't feeling that at all. He was like, nah, I ain't with that shit, man. I ain't with that thing. Yo, damn, this shit getting uncomfortable, bro. I feel the heat from it. Shit. Yo, that's my quarter. But yeah, let dude know, man, whatever he wants to do, man. You know what I mean? If he could come down a little bit more, it's better. But, if I have to move up a little bit, I'll go up.
All right, I just text him. Once I get a response, I'll let you know. Do me a favor. Send me a personal message on Skype with your number, man, so I can be more direct when I need to get in touch with you for any matchmaking questions and stuff like that. Let me go to Steve, Chicago. What up?
My town up in K-Town.
Hey, Daddy, this a dollar beat.
I drink soda, I eat pizza. I hang out with chicks all day. These fighters still can't beat me. They fighting every day, they in the gym every day. Just give me 6 weeks, and I got it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Yo, what's up? Hey, I didn't say that he'd beat him easy. I didn't say that he'd beat Campbell easy, Leo. Someone else said that. I said he'd win. I didn't say he'd beat him easy.
Yeah, I don't even think he'll win, though, man. I just think that,
Leo's a tough fighter, though, man. Leo's tough,
Leo's never fought anyone as big as Luke Campbell. I think Frampton isn't Frampton a southpaw? I don't know, right? I could be wrong about that, but it's just he never fought someone that big, Steve. That's a big guy, man. But I hear you.
Yeah. It's just an opinion, but we'll see. Well, it's an opinion because that fight ain't happening. But
Hey, man, I want to tell you, hey, man, I'm excited about this Tank Ryan, man. This is the sport. This is good for the sport. I was telling on the back chat, I don't care who wins. It don't matter to me. I just want to see the fight. They could put Mario and Francis on the undercard. I'm going to buy it. You know, I don't care about the undercard. This is the type of fight where you just want to see that fight. I don't care what they do with the undercard. I don't care where they go, how they do it, what weight. I want to see them fight. I think there's so much drama with this fight, with the two camps, and with with Canelo being with Ryan and Oscar, and you got Floyd, and now I'm seeing that Ellerby is wanting the fight too. He's putting like little things out there saying that he's for it. So there's no bigger fight for Tank than Ryan right now at this moment in time. There's no bigger fight as far as money. You know, I don't care about belts, mandatories, all that. Who cares? Let these two kids nest. Let these two kids reap the benefits of the work they've done. They've built these little empires. Let them reap the benefits of that. Let them get paid for that. And this is the way they can do it, by fighting each other. They have each built their own little following. Let them do it, you know. This is good for the sport. We should be behind this for the sport, no other reason.
I'm with you, man. This could attract a lot of eyeballs. You know, we just gotta hope that these two entities see exactly what we see, and are hoping. They are hoping for
I think
what
they do. Yeah, I think they do. I really do. I think it's gonna happen. It'd be a travesty if this fight doesn't happen. I'll even go that far. It'd be a travesty for the sport. It needs to happen. This fight is so big because of all the drama, you know, the backstories. No one else can build this fight like these two. There's no other fight there for these two to fight that has all these little stories behind it.
I agree.
Could you imagine if they did a 24/7 with these two? The stories, but the back, like it's gonna be. Oh man, it's gonna be huge, man. I hope they don't disappoint us.
I got a question for you. Do you think Mike and Floyd can work together?
No, I'm not with that Mike stuff. These guys can do it on their own. I think you put it on a Showtime pay-per-view, and let Showtime run it. You know, it's just from what you said, Ness, that Ryan can fight outside of his own, from what you know, right?
From what I was told, yeah, and you know, my source.
So let Showtime run the show. Let them split it to where, you know, they both, like I said, they both reap the benefits, because the money will be there, and you know, it'll save Showtime too, you know. But yeah, that's what I say. That's all I got.
All right, yo, man. Look at our guest from today. Why is this not populating yet? Oh, here we go. Hold on, let me pause it and screen shit, bruh. Yo, this is like they be wildin'. This sparring is super duper hard, man. Look at this left hook. Look at this left hook. Not that. That was a missed uppercut. Damn. Look at that fucking left hook. Now watch this right hand. Oh, fuck, man. Pull him out of there. Look. Get him out, man. He hurting, man. Oh, shit. No, he not. Oh, shit. Man, he wildin', bro. Oh, my fucking God. Oh, God. No, this is a fight, man. He wildin'. Oh, shit. Bro, you seen that shit?
Hell yeah, I'm watching it on the delay right now.
What in the hell?
Nigga got clipped?
Look who's back, Troy. Yeah, we was watching that Mustafa boxing. You know, he had Brandon Gayton, the cruiserweight.
Glatton?
Oh, it's Glatton? I thought it was
Yeah,
Glayton. Glatton?
No.
I don't know. I think it's Cap.
Troy, we might have called you back by accident, champ.
Oh, what up, champ?
Oh, what's going on?
Champ. What's good, bro? What's good?
How are you, man?
I'm all good, bro.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
How y'all doing? Y'all good?
Definitely.
For sure.
When the last time you seen Danny?
Danny who?
Alvarez from Chicago.
Oh, I just seen Danny when I fought in the bubble. He was in there.
Okay.
That's my boy.
Yeah, man. He the
You
one.
know what I mean? Hometown love, man. Shout
I
out to
know,
Danny
man.
Alvarez.
He the one put us on you, man. If it wasn't for him,
sure.
you know.
For sure. I appreciate it, y'all.
Happy to see you over there with K, man.
Oh, yeah. You know, getting better and better, bro.
I see, man.
Yeah, getting better and better, bro. Just, you know what I mean? Waiting on that time for everything to come out and show out.
Definitely. Do you got a date?
I don't got a date yet, but that's why I'm already, I've been out here early, you know what I mean? Working on my things and just progressing day by day. So when the day come, I'm ready for the day. It ain't waiting on me.
Definitely, man.
I love it. I don't want to ask you a question. If you mind me asking, how was your training camp during the pandemic going into the bubble for your fight?
I mean, you talking about with K or before I got with K?
Before you got with K.
Before I got with K, that was in July. It was actually, I mean, no excuse or nothing, but it was like that was like the first fight. Like I think I was like the second fight or whatever on ESPN during the pandemic and everything.
Yeah.
It was just it was new. You know what I mean? It was it wasn't a lot of sparring. You know what I mean? You know, when the pandemic first happened, a lot of people were scared. You know what I mean? To come out, a lot of people were scared to be in the gyms. You know what I mean? More than, you know what I mean, 2-3 people and everything. So everybody was just following protocol. It was hard or whatever, but you know what I mean? No excuses. I'm sure everybody went through it in every state, everywhere. You know what I mean? So everything happened for a reason. I'm a firm believer of that. And I'm just happy to be where I am now. I know I'm in the right place. I'm confident in that. And I'm not looking to, you know, be the same Joshua Greer, but a better Joshua Greer.
I got a question. I'm glad you said that. Are we still gonna see the pillow?
I mean, that's something we gotta wait and see. You know what I mean? That's something we gonna wait for and see. You know what I mean? We gonna wait and see. You know what I mean? Right now, man, I'm just I'm enjoying everything, getting better. You know what I mean? And like I said, man, for the people that, you know, even the first fight, people could say what they want. You know what I mean? Everything happened. You know what I mean? It's happened repetitiously. You know what I mean? And every day, man, I'm putting in the work. So every day, I'm seeing the progress. Kay's seeing the progress, and I mean, it's perfect, man. Like I said, I'm just waiting on the right opportunity, and it's all gonna come out, man. It's all gonna show out.
Do you want that rematch in the future? What like? Do you ever want
a rematch with who?
With Berlanga.
I want that rematch ASAP, honestly.
So was there a contract? Because didn't you have a title?
But it was a non-title fight though, because it was at a catchweight.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a non-title fight at a catchweight or whatever. And that's crazy. I don't even understand how that happened, because he ended up taking my ranking or whatever, but he don't even fight at the weight that I had my ranking at. You know what I mean? We fought at a catchweight because he couldn't make the 118, I was told, or whatever. So we fought at a catchweight or whatever. But it's all good. You know what I mean? Like I said, man, I'm definitely looking forward to the rematch. That is somebody I know I can beat. You know what I mean? Like I said, I know I'm in the right place to do it.
Does K want that rematch immediately?
Absolutely.
Anything about, like, did you know about Berlanga before you took that fight, or did everything come on fight night?
No, it wasn't really much of him, you know what I mean, as far as the end that you could see, because the competition that he fought, it was nothing. He was never, you know what I mean, you know, tested or whatever. Then the one fight that he was tested, that he fought against Payano, it wasn't on the internet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was not much view that you can see, but that's what, you know, what come with being a great boxer is making adjustments at the time and stuff like that. And I thought I made some adjustments too late or whatever, but it's all a part of the game. You live and you learn, and you know what I mean, you get better as you go. And that was a great experience for me, and everything happened for a reason. And that's one of those experiences. At the time, I wasn't glad that it happened, but now I'm glad that it happened.
Definitely.
I love it. There was some photographs of you in the gym before Tank fought Leo. if I'm not mistaken, you were Shakur and a few.
Yeah.
Did you get some work with any of those guys in the gym at that time, or was it just purely just a
No,
trip?
we was just in the gym at the time, watching Tank prepare for Leo and everything, which is I've been around all type of great fighters and world champions that you can learn from, Tank, Shakur, and even the guys that's not champions that you can learn from, my gym mates, Keyshawn Davis, Troy, all those guys, man, they got different things that you can learn from and see. And be like, damn, okay, I'm gonna steal that, So it's different guys in the gym every day that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna steal that from him, steal that from him, steal that from him, and then work on all that shit.
I love it. Can I get your? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just
Sorry.
saying, Joshua, what are some of the differences that you have noticed in training from being where you were in your previous camp to now being with K?
You don't get away with K. He on you. You got your training time that you come in and he on you. You're not getting away with what you want to do, and you're not getting away with mistakes. Because when you get away with mistakes, it becomes habits. So you're not getting away with any of those things.
Can you give me a mistake? What would be a mistake that you're talking about?
Me having my hands down. That was a big mistake that happened in the fight against Plania. Me having my hands down and jabbing with my right hand down. So instantly when I came down, hitting the back, he automatically, look, no, your hand down, throwing hooks at me, see if I catch it, and stuff like that. And he was on me time after time about that, hands being down, So that's one of the things.
And you said he came and said that to you while you were on the bag.
While I was no, just period.
Okay.
Just training period. Yeah, 24/7 while I'm doing everything.
I love it. If you don't mind, I'm going to ask you just a couple questions. Just, do your best to answer the best you can, okay? I just want to get a bit of chance to know who you are. What type of music do you listen to when you are training? When you're either,
I like rap, That's no secret, But I'm not too much like of a new school guy. I would say I like some of the new stuff, but I'm more like the old school, like gangster type rap, Like the old 50 Cent, the old... Like even Scarface, like like the dudes that was talking that stuff. I like that. That turned me up.
So that's what you run to? What do you run to?
I run to I like the old 50. I run to I like the old Master.
When you say old 50, you mean Get Rich or Die Trying album,
yes,
or you
sir.
mean mixtapes?
Yeah, Get Rich or Die Trying. Master P. The No Limit. All that type of stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
C Murder, those type of guys.
I love it. So my other question I want to ask you is, one, what is that one boxing workout that you just when you have to do it, you got to talk yourself into, all right, we got to do this, we can do it.
Man, it's a few, man, but I know sometimes, man, like I can run fast, but I hate the long ass 8 mile runs and stuff like that, man. It's like, once I get in the groove, I don't mind it. Like, it's no problem. But preparing to go do it, you like, fuck, like, man. Or just getting up like 5 in the morning to go work out. You like, man, like, once I'm up, I'm good. But, getting up, you be like, fuck, like, I gotta go do this.
Let me ask you, do you use anything to record your run? Like you use Map My Fitness or Map My Run?
Yep. I use Map My Run by Under Armour.
Okay. Do you know your pace? Like, what's your what are you doing? Because you said 6 miles. That's a lot of fucking miles.
Yeah. Actually, my pace, I could say, like, when I'm running by myself, honestly, before I start training out here, I was running about, I want to say 8-minute miles or whatever.
Wow.
But once I got down here, like, because I'm competitive as hell, I'm running with fast guys. This is one guy on the team, heavyweight named Richard. White boy, that motherfucker is so fast, man. Like, he running like 7-minute miles, 6-minute 40-second miles, And I seen him take off, and I'm like, hey, who is that up there? Like, I gotta catch up. Like, I can't be behind you, because then I'm gonna feel some type of way. Like, I'm gonna start thinking all type of thoughts. Like, I'm not at the level that I should be. Like, why is this guy beating me? First of all, he too big. So I catch up with him. And by the time we was done, I ran 6-minute 40-second miles.
Wow.
Like. So it's like it's like they say, man. The willpower of a human is a lot. So I'm seeing that being tested time after time, being out here with these guys because I'm not gonna be left behind and I can't come last. You know what I mean?
It's beautiful, man. You got a very competitive drive. That's what's needed in this sport. You had something, Francis?
Yeah, my follow up question to finish it off is, give me your pre-fight meal and your post-fight guilty pleasure. I got to have it when I get out the ring.
Okay. Oh man, you know what I mean? I don't know if that's appropriate.
We all eat
it. Hey, no, but the pre-fight meal, you know what I mean? I gotta have, you know, my steak, you know what I mean? But not too much, you know what I mean? Some mashed potatoes and stuff like that. I drink a lot of water. You know what I mean? It's not too much, simple, you know what I mean? But after I fight, man, I gotta have some, you know what I mean, hair roots, you know what I mean, with some mild sauce. You know, I gotta have that back home. I gotta have the good food back home, man. You know what I mean? I'm a Chicago baby. I'm too used to the food back home, so I gotta have something like that, man.
Chi-Town stand up.
Let me ask you: did you know Jessica McCaskill before she became
I know
a champ?
Jessica. I've been knowing Jessica a long time. I know her and her manager Rick Ramos. I've been knowing them for a while. So when she did that, I mean, I was very happy for her. Like, I seen her. I've been to their gym and everything. You know what I mean? So I was very happy for her. Yeah. Man, that was big. You know what I mean? To her to walk away unified, undisputed. That was very big, and it was a motivation for the city. No matter if you were a female, male, you know what I mean, adult or kid, it was motivation because her story alone, you know what I mean, moved people.
Definitely. Yeah, man, that's what's up. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I just want to get your take on Ryan Garcia's performance against Luke Campbell.
Yeah. I would say it was a good performance. I mean, he did show, you know, heart, you know what I mean, by him because to be honest, everybody looking at him like, oh, he like this sweet pretty boy, you know what I mean? Like, him getting dropped like that, you didn't think he was going. First of all, you didn't think he was going to fight aggressive how he fought, and then you didn't think how he was going to fight aggressive after being dropped like that, you know. So it showed another side of him that he's not, you know, as sweet as people think, you know what I mean. But you know, when we talking about Tank now, you know what I mean, it is a kind of, you know, a different story, a different background, and you know what I mean. That's a guy that's, you know, he see blood and he hurts you, you know what I mean. It's time to turn the killer up, so you know it's a little different, you know what I mean. But styles make fights, so we don't know, you know, that's one fight, you know what I mean. As a boxing fan, you know what I mean, it's we all love to see it happen.
Did you have an issue with like his footing as an orthodox fighter yourself? Did you think he was committing I guess like a mistake, an error, a sin by keeping his left foot on the inside of Campbell's instead of on the outside?
I don't think it was really too much. I think we got to give credit to Luke too. It's more of what Luke was doing, you know what I mean? Because Luke was really finding that shot, like whether it was to the body or to the head, he was finding that shot a lot. You know what I mean? That overhand left, you know what I mean? He was finding a lot. He was studying him to the body, wouldn't even study hitting him to the head with it. So I could say that's something that could have been, you know, worked on Luke's part.
Now, Ryan was on the Mike Tyson podcast today, and him and, you know, Tank announced the fight. Tank FaceTimed in. Do you think that fight's really happening?
I mean, this is boxing, man. No fight is really happening today in the ring. This is boxing, and this is a pandemic, you know what I mean? So, and nothing is set in stone till you're in the ring, you know what I mean? So, I mean, we shall see, you know what I mean? We shall see.
Definitely, man. Well, Joshua, man, I don't got any more questions. You got anything?
No, I'm good. Thank you so very much. This was spontaneous. We appreciate you very much.
Yeah, spontaneous. We'd have been prepared for you, man. I see you at the Fighter House. I'd have known we'd have been prepared for you. But listen, give out your social media for anybody crazy enough not to be following you can do so. And we appreciate you coming on and blessing us for a few minutes.
Man, I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for the time, man. It's always a pleasure, you know what I mean, with the Boxing Voice. And,
Thank you, man.
You can follow me at Joshua Good Jr. at all my social media platforms, Twitter and Instagram. You know what I mean? But thank y'all for y'all time.
And just know you got a fan in Canada, man. I'm from Canada, and I'm rocking with you.
Yeah, he's in Canada.
It, man. You know what I mean? Drake's one of my favorites anyway. You know what I mean? Shout out to the whole Canada.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, champ. Take it easy. Sure. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Y'all too, bro.
Well, that was a pretty decent mistake, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Gotta
That
get.
worked
Yo,
pretty good.
hey, what happens if we call back? Could we get Shakur next time?
What happened?
Yo, is Jarrett Hurd gonna pick up next? Like who's it gonna be? Cause that's they all in the same fighter house and they all in the same camp. Is it Michaela Man? Can we get Michaela Man next, please? Let me go out to greatness. Yeah, y'all seen his fucking hook? Francis, he in your division. Francis. Oh, you ain't see it. You ain't want to see it. Nobody wanted to see it. Everybody was rushing to go see that 160-pounder when I talked about it. I'm talking about greatness in his right hook. Dudes is ducking, dodging, and hiding. I'm just saying. Greatness, what up?
Let's build him up.
I ain't gotta build him up. Tape is there, man.
Greatness, what up?
You can hit them shots, man. Tape is there, man. He in your division though. I'm just saying.
I like that talk.
Francis running 8 miles. Francis running 8 miles a day. He trying to go to 122. He said.
No, swear to God.
Yo, Francis, you gotta bring that heat, man. We striving for greatness, that's for sure, man. Yo, Ness, man, I just got out the gym, man. I'm just now tuning in. I don't have too much to the call. But the message is the same, man. We striving for greatness. March 13th, man. Border Wars 10. Let's make it work.
Yo, how much you weigh? What's your weight class? I'm bullshitting. I'm trying to scare friends. You 185? Y'all fighting at 185?
Yeah. We fighting at 185.
Oh, y'all big. Damn. That's the cruiserweight. Yeah, you better lose some weight then.
Boys, man.
Huh?
Like him and two big guys. Like they're
but greatness a little thinner than He's lean, bro. He on his Bruce Leroy shit. You know what I'm saying? He might want to go down at least 1 or 2 divisions.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm glad you said that, man. But that's how it all worked out. He set the weight for me, and I agreed to it. So this is me, going up in a sense.
Okay, so you supposed to be down. Yeah, you be better suited, man. You probably imagine you like 6'2", too, man. It's a tall dude, man.
Yeah, man.
Tall, man. Tall. We gonna see. I got a session with tomorrow, man. I'm playing both sides of the street.
That's what's up, man. I got a session up here in the Bronx, but I'm definitely gonna holler at you and do me up next week for sure, man. I'm trying to get with y'all like 2 days out the week.
Let's do it. I'm activated, man. I'm telling you. Let's do it.
Say less. I'm with it.
All right. Listen, man, you want to be activated and you got an Apple Watch, hit me up. You gonna get my stats. It's gonna make you get up. You're going to be like, how the fuck is this old man working? I got dudes talking about I'm tying my watch to my dog, man. It wouldn't even stay on, all right? Old man just is a worker. I'm a grinder, man. Yo, listen, I was in the gym today, and Coach O was like, I figured it out. You a Gemini. And I'm like, yeah, what happened? He like, nah. You know what I'm saying? Y'all perfectionists, man. That's what it is, dog.
What, is he one?
I didn't ask him. Cause I went right into because he said you a hard son. Right away I took that like, damn, what you trying to say? I'm hard to train? Like, am I hard to learn? Is it hard to do? And he was saying no, it's just that I'm hard on myself, that I critique, which I do. I hate when my shit don't land right. Like, I'll be like, oh fuck, or I want to do it over and shit. You know what I'm saying? But we got a super chat from Ivan G, who says Campbell wasn't himself that night, like Wilder in the Fury 2. Santa Cruz can beat Campbell from that night. Campbell was tired in the 5th after COVID. It's hard to recover in a couple of months. I mean, it's funny. Bryan said that on his episode. He said, when I knock his ass out, don't say it was because of COVID. So he knocked his ass out, man. We can't have those excuses, man.
That's a fact.
We can't have those excuses. He said it like, yo, don't take the fight then, because when I knock you out, don't talk to me about COVID. You know what I'm saying? But
what we got next?
Next up is you, man. Next up, sports, man.
What up? What up?
Nah, that's it, actually. Ain't no boomerangs today, right? Nah, ain't no boomerangs, just us. It's over. Next GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Catch us on the next one. Peace.
You already know what it is, man. I got to do it.
Next up, sports up, yeah, homie, now that's us. You ain't tuning in, then you're hustling backwards. We always keep it poppin', tell your partner to slide through. Every sporting event, hit us up and we got you, cause we what? Next up.
You already know what it is, man. Check me out Monday, Wednesdays, Friday, man. The weigh in. Appreciate you. Ness, you the man. Ness, you the man. Shout out to TBV, man. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up button, the subscribe button on the way out, because it does help with the growth and the visibility of the show. Border Wars 10. Everybody, Border Wars 10, March 13th.
Look like Bo picking greatness already. You see him?
Yeah, he on him.
See him?
We out, y'all.
All right.